What's good? What's good, my peoples? Willette Strong, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Darren Garcia, Sean Gibbons. I'm from Jersey. P. Ali, Brandon Adam Perry, Don Sapansky. What's going on? Oh, that's all I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 people, huh? Really? Really? I guess it's the connection. So this the audio stream current rate is lower than recommended.
That's all we need for. Okay.
Smash the like button, people.
You need this. Oh. Which one is it?
I need both. Just leave it. FSU, David Carey, John T, Oak Cliff Sensei, Big Fact No Cap, J Storr, Mr. VA Fitted, Leo GT, Multimedia Artist, Cassius Clay the One, The Rated Scholar, T Wade, Jew Blue, Malik Rain. What's going on, my peoples? Yeah, update your bandwidth, Blue. No, that's just them playing games. They just ain't sending out my notifications. Period. That's what that is. They're just simply not sending out my notifications at all whatsoever. Big Scat, Straight, what's going on? Teron Harris, what's going on? He said, yeah, I bet since Spence ain't no pay-per-view star, of course he's ready for the fight. Who said he's not a pay-per-view star? Music showing my Music TV, Dub Hall, what's going on? Samuel Atkins, what's going on? Who said Errol Spence is not a pay-per-view star? Where you get that from? Dem Games, what's going on? Where do we get that from? Tristan Monte, 4 a.m. TV, what's going on? Yeah, they're not sending out notifications. So the brother said Errol Spence ain't a pay-per-view star. Who said he's not a pay-per-view star? Go ahead, let's talk about it. Because I feel like talking about it. Stop. Enough. Mike Harrison, what's going on? Blue on the case like an attorney. For sure. Jet Ski, Deuce, Rashid Muhammad, Jew Blue, what's going on? Exactly, Jew Blue. But the brother said he ain't a pay-per-view star. Who said he's not a pay-per-view star? I'm interested to know where you come up with this stuff. Exactly, them games. Let's talk about it. See? Stop listening to these other platforms. Grind Nobly Barfield, Happy Valley Farms, what's going on? You be listening to these other Kenny Hewitt, what's going on? I just feel like it. Keep that poker face. What poker face? 4-star Falcon, what's going on? I asked the question to Ron Harris. You said something, now stand on your square. Or don't say anything. So I'm asking you a question. What poker face? I don't have to keep a poker face. Guillermo Maldonado, what's going on? Curtis Price, my brother, what's going on? Don Sapansky, let me give you a wrench, brother. Salute to my brother Don Sapansky. And go to ppv.blkprime.com. Go subscribe to ppv.blkprime.com. No, I got this one, but I'll take these two. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Y'all know that's my partners. We're doing a partnership, ppv.blkprime.com. Chris Alexander, no name. What's going on? So go to ppv.blkprime.com. Jim Diamond, what's going on? Subscribe there. We're going to have a platform for fighters that's looking to make a name for themselves, building up their reputation, just trying to get fights, things of that nature. That's what we're going to be doing. Teron Harris. So go to ppv.blkprime.com. Ebony Sharice Molden. Peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? The better boxer wins, and that's Terence Bud Crawford by far. How could you say by far? Ebony Sharice Molden. Now, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But when we say stuff like that, by far, what do you mean by far? How could he be by far the better boxer? And Teron Harris, I stand on it. Spence ain't no star. Okay, so Teron Harris, who's a star in the sport of boxing? Miss T, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? How you feeling today, Queen? Paulie D, what's going on? Bezzy PH, what's going on? Cano Local Sports, what's going on? Super Trunks Deuce, what's going on? I see y'all out early. So you said he's a better boxer by far. John J. Doe, what's going on? Crunch Time Sports, what's going on? How is he a better boxer by far? And you said Errol Spence is not a star. Okay, so if Errol Spence is not a star in the sport of boxing, then who is? Yeah, I'm feeling much better. She poking at me today. You understand? She's off work today, Miss T. Boy, oh boy. She just left upstairs. Calvin Ford, what's going on? He scratched you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. The Intrepid Man, what's going on? Rashid Muhammad, what's going on? So now when you say stuff here, you're going to have to back it up. This ain't them other platforms that don't entertain you, right? H Money, #mom. What's goody with you, great brother? Let's get it done on Sunday. What's good? Bossy News DC, Henzel Banks, what's going on? H Money. Go subscribe to my brother H Money. H Money, let's get it done on Sunday. Bullet Train Productions, what's going on? Peace Be Free, what's going on? Sunday afternoon, H Money, what's good? James Anderson, what's going on? T1, what's going on? All right, say less. 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock, good? Tracy Carter, what's going on, great brother? Tracy Carter said, Blue Blood, Spence ain't the star we thought he was. What led you to that conclusion? When you say stuff over here, you're going to have to prove it. You're going to have to back it up. So Tracy Carter, you said Spence ain't the star we thought he was. Okay, cool. So what led you to that conclusion? I can't carry my own. What's going on? I can carry my own. What's going on? Twiz West Philly, my brother. Salute. Sad one. What's going on? Twiz West Philly said, yeah, 2 o'clock good. All right, say less. I'm on there. Kendra Freeman, peace, blessings, Queen. Born Knowledge, what's going on? Poppy, so amazing. What's going on? How am I talking to y'all when I'm on mute? H Money, say less. And then we could talk about the fights coming up too. The Shakur Stevenson and them fights coming up. Rocco Drama 2-3, what's going on? Dion Easton, what's going on? Sully D Murray, what's going on? I was talking to y'all the whole time and I was on mute. Unbelievable. Whole time I'm talking to y'all, I'm on mute. Since 88. Mark J, what's going on? Unbelievable. VT19, what's going on? Don Sabansky said, I made a mistake. What happened? Appreciate you, C. Anthony. Rashino, what's going on? 40K crowd blue and less than 250K buys. Okay, cool. Did you know that there was 7 illegal streamed? 7 million illegal streams they shut down? L Harper Reptile, Bobo, what's going on? This is what I try to tell y'all, man. Y'all got to understand what's taking place. Stop just talking because other people are saying something and it sounds good. Iron Eagle, what's going on? Deion Easton, what's going on? Justin R, what's going on? Today's time, okay, is very difficult. Today's time is very difficult to do big pay-per-view numbers. He said, let's be honest, that's not true. Hoodie, what's going on? Hey, man, if y'all want to have a real conversation, we can have it. If you want to tell me what's true and what's not true, then go somewhere else. Leslie Morris, what's going on? Boston Truth Serum, what's going on? Bay Area Business, what's going on? If you don't know what you're talking about, it's better for you to do this and listen. Axel Dorfson, Justin R, what's going on? Chantel Hill, what's going on? You don't know what you're talking about, and you don't know what I'm privy to. So that sounds silly to tell me it's cap. I'm telling you something. I'm giving you information that you can't get, and yet you trying to tell me what's real and what's not real. Tony Gutierrez, what's going on? That's silly. Barbara Davis, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Cookie Monster, what's going on? Cal, what's going on? Hoodie Smoke, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, slow down, Blue. He said, sir, if you can get me the North Carolina King. What up, chat? Hashtag throwing the towel. Hashtag let's go, champ. Facts. Salute to my brother Hoodie Smoke, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Omaha Deuce Deuce. D Murray. Thomas Moreland. What's going on? Man, that's silly, man. It's amazing how people could tell me. I don't make up stuff. That's silly. Jeremiah Griffin, what's going on? Demontre Barker, your rated scholar, what's going on? So go ahead and think what you want to think. Then why talk about it? You already know. Go ahead. That makes no sense. Oh, nah. Miss Joette, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? No, that's cap. It's cap. There was 20 illegal streams that was shut down. These are streams that they caught, that they shut down. What are you talking about? That's not true. Of course it's true. What are you talking about? I know for a fact it's true. Try Nugent, what's going on? And this ain't come from Errol Spence. It ain't come from Derrick James. It ain't come from none of them. I know way more people than that. Oh, no, that's cap. What? Silly, man. Since 88, what's going on? Michael Manning, what's going on? B in Boston News, what's going on? Mooney Music, what's going on? John Bracken, what's going on? Tracy Carter, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said illegal streams exist since Floyd and before, so stop that excuse, man. Stop putting Spence as a big A-side to Crawford. Yes, he has more belts. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna give you this work, Tracy Carter. And then if you don't stand on your square, I'm going to block you. It was better for you to stay in the background. But since you wanted to keep coming and saying silly stuff, okay, cool. You said he's not a bigger star. You said illegal streams existed before Floyd Mayweather and after. I never said neither one of them was Floyd Mayweather. So imagine this, silly. If Floyd Mayweather didn't have the illegal streams, imagine what numbers he would have put up. I'm going to say it to you again. Because I guess, you know, sometimes you say stuff and people just can't. I don't know where they at on Mars. So let's say that did exist. That's a testament to Floyd Mayweather's status. I didn't say Terence Crawford or Errol Spence is the status of Floyd Mayweather. So if his status is his status is through the roof. So okay, Floyd Mayweather did 2 million pay-per-view buys. But imagine if you didn't illegally stream Floyd Mayweather pay-per-views, what he really would have did then. Imagine that. So on a lower scale, Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury had 20 illegal million streams that they shut down. 20 million. And it still did 850,000 pay-per-view buys. 20 million. Jadavius 2310, what's going on? Jeff Story, brother in the super chat. He said, what up, Blue and chat? You going to call Fury and White fight? Yes, sir. Now watch this now. Now you're going to get this work because you asked for it. Try Nugent, brother in the super chat. You going to the fight, Blue? What fight? Now watch this now. Well, tell me what fight you're talking about. Now watch this now. You said Tracy Carter. Now you're going to get this work. Watch this now. You said illegal streams existed since Floyd Mayweather before, so stop that excuse, man. Stop putting Spence as a big A side to Crawford. Okay, cool. Watch this now. Is $7 million a big difference? I'll wait. If Terence Crawford, watch this now. Watch this now. Silly behavior. You shouldn't play with me. Go somewhere else. Is $7 million a big difference? If Terence Crawford got $14 million and Errol Spence got $21 million, would that be a massive difference? Would you say? Tracy Carter? Now watch this now. Godson 9975, what's going on? Watch this. King Gizzle, what's going on? Now Tracy Carter. Is $7 million a difference? If Terence Crawford got $14 million and Errol Spence got 21, would that be a massive difference? Big Pool, what's going on? Watch this now. You shouldn't have played with me, brother. Super Trunks, what's going on? Fred Meir, Jess Black, what's going back? What's going on? Is $7 million a massive difference? Tracy Carter, yes or no? Yes or no? Tell us, Tracy Carter, and move faster. Sneaky Quiet, what's going on? It's a big difference, right? But you just said stop making a big difference between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, right? Did you just say that, Tracy Carter? You said don't make Errol Spence is not a bigger star. You just said $7 million is a massive difference, right? Fred Robinson, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, the bigger you get, the sillier the critics get. Keep grinding, bro. Salute Fred Robbins, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Now look at Tracy Carter. He just said it's a big difference. Yes, sir. Okay. So you just said $7 million is a big difference, right? Yes or no? Okay. Let's go to the videotape. I don't know why you play these games with me. Go somewhere else with that. This is what I do. Let's go to facts, a calculator, shall we? At the same price, $75. My brother, the Cali Enigma Sports Entertainment. Go subscribe to my brother, Cali. Cali dropped the link. Tay Brown, peace, blessings, queen. Ben Saucy Boston, what's going on? Don't time them out. Don't block them. Don't do nothing. Please. Don't time them out. Don't block them. Don't do nothing. And get the likes up. We got 550 people, and we have 220 likes. Ali the artist, what's going on? Phil with a fade, what's going on? We got 550 people and 220 likes. Where do they do that at? Tottenham fam 11. What's going on? Marky Dan 123. Cry 7435. What's going on? You got me started early, brother. You got me started early. Stephen L. Mack. What's going on? He just said, now I'm gonna put this back up. Yeah, Tay. He got me started early. I ain't even get 10 minutes in. He got me hot under collar. I need to switch my shirt already. Now watch this. Watch this. Try Nugent. What fight you said am I going to? Errol Spence, Terence Crawford? Yeah, I'm going to that, if that's what you're talking about. Watch this now. This is what he put. He said, stop putting Spence as a big A side to Crawford. But you just said $7 million is a massive difference. Didn't he not say that? Let's go to the videotape. Terence Crawford did, and we're going to give him a high number. He did 150,000 pay-per-view buys with a mutual opponent. With a mutual opponent, Sean Porter. He did 150,000 pay-per-view buys, and that's a high number, right? Because they said it's less than that. But I'm going to give him the high number. I'm going to say it was 150,000 pay-per-view buys with a mutual opponent, Sean Porter and Terence Crawford, right? Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Watch this now. So at $75, right, is what? $11.2 million gross, right? Watch this now, Tracy Carter, and don't disappear. Don't disappear. Don't disappear. Don't time them, don't block them, don't do nothing. I don't know, Nat King Cole Jr., what's going on? Why you got me started early, bro? It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. But that equals $11.2 million. Right? Right? 11.2 million. Percy Moore, my brother in the super chat, said, popping in real quick to show love, Blue. Respect. Respect to you, great brother. I appreciate what you do. Be safe out there, man. Blessings to my brother Percy Moore. Appreciate you, bro. King Judah, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, don't let these dudes, Bud fans, get to you. They've created 2 different King Judah accounts to troll me, and I don't even have a platform. Unbelievable. Part twice. What's going on? Now watch this now. The champ, what's going on? Warrior 519, what's going on? Chillville, what's going on? Now watch this. Blast V3, what's going on? That's look at that. That's grosses 11.2 million, right? Frankie C31, Devontae Richardson, what's going on? Now he just said, stop making a big difference. But he just said that $7 million is a massive difference. Did he not? Big Block, what's going on? Don't tell him out, don't block him, don't do nothing. Al Naga, what's going on? So that means Crawford versus Sean Porter grossed in $11.2 million based off of their pay-per-view sales. We ain't even going to talk about Gates. We just talking about pay-per-views, right? 150,000, right? Times 75 at the same price. Now watch this. Errol Spence and Sean Porter did 325,000 pay-per-views. 325,000, right? Times same price. Uh-oh, people. Uh-oh. That's a massive difference, ain't it? That's more than twice the amount. G Code, what's going on? QCP 1000, what's going on? With the same mutual opponent, that is twice the amount. I'm asking a question. With the same mutual opponent, that is twice the amount. The point is, who's the biggest star? Who brought in more? So when you just said he only did 250,000, he still more than doubled Terence Crawford's highest payday, highest pay-per-view numbers. And that ain't even his highest pay-per-view. So when you said, stop making that Errol Spence is a bigger clear A-side, he is. He doubled with the mutual opponent. He doubled the gross of money. So that makes him the biggest star. Clearly, it's not even close. It's not even close. William Crowder, what's going on? You said, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just said, don't make it that Errol Spence is a much bigger, is a clear, big A-star. That's what you just said. Don't try to backtrack, brother. I got the receipts. Why are you trying to backtrack? Now you're talking about you never said Errol Spence wasn't the biggest star. So this must be a different Tracy Carter that sent me the super chat. That must be a different Tracy Carter. This ain't the same Tracy Carter? I got 2 separate Tracy Carters? Because ain't this you that just said, stop putting Spence as a big A-side to Crawford? Doesn't that make him a much bigger A-side? If they have a mutual opponent and he's doubling the amount of gross revenue, more than doubling it. Because last time I checked, 11 times 2 is 22. So Errol Spence is doing 24, more than 24. So that's more than double it. So now, Tracy Carter, isn't that a clear difference? Somebody tell me. Let's get my champ side on. Is that a clear difference, everybody? If so, press 1. Is that close? Who's the A side and who's the B side? Is that close as to who is the A side and who's the B side? And that ain't even Errol's highest pay. That's not even Errol Spence's highest pay-per-view number. Spence is bigger, but you want to make it seem huge. 12 million is not huge? You just said 7 million was huge, brother. So now 12 million is not huge? That's Terence Crawford's highest pay-per-view sales. That's not Errol Spence highest pay-per-view sales, brother. And if I go off of Errol Spence 250,000, he's still at his lowest, is still way more than Terence Crawford's. What are you talking about? So that makes him the clear A side. Now he talking about relax, man. Porter lost several fights by the time he fought Crawford. Oh, and he didn't lose several fights by the time he fought Errol Spence. You need to stop, brother. Stop it. Stop it. Quit while you ahead, brother. Quit while you ahead. He already lost to Kell Brook, and he already lost to Keith Thurman. Last time I checked, that's several times. Several means more than once. See, you dealing with somebody that do this. I don't know, you used to talk to them other platforms or somebody else, but several means more than one, right? Several means more than one. So you said he already had several losses by the time he fought Errol Spence. By the time he fought Terence Crawford, the only extra loss he had when he fought Terence Crawford was Errol Spence fight. Woo! I do this, brother. The only other loss he had outside of going into the Errol Spence fight was Errol Spence himself. Somebody stop me. 718 people. We got 370 likes. The only other loss he had was to Errol Spence. DJ Senji, what's going on? So what did you talk about? He had several losses. He had several losses going into the Errol Spence fight. He lost to Keith Thurman and he lost to Kell Brook going into the Errol Spence fight. Going into the Sean Porter fight, he had the same losses plus one, which was Errol Spence. Uh-oh. TSM 7, what's going on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. St. Louis Mick, what's going on? And so guess what? Milton Welsh, what's going on? So then what you're telling me is Errol Spence took a lot out of him. He wasn't the same guy by the time Terence Crawford got him. Woo! I do this. I need the fan. Flatbush BK in the building. I need the fan. Oh, amazing. V-Rock, what's going on? Q Lee, what's going on? Amazing. Go ahead, Tracy Carter. Solomon Walker, what's going on? Chris Crawford, what's going on? Several definition, more than two, but not many. Several. He had several losses already. Tracy Carter, brother, back to the super chat. Blue, I can't have a conversation with a man who deals with emotion, especially a man who believes 7 million illegal stream. Okay, I don't have to believe anything, brother. Unlike you, I'm privy to information. Optimus Prime, what's going on? I don't have to believe anything. Quam Charles, what's going on? I don't have to believe anything. You can believe what you want. Of course you can have a conversation because I have receipts and you dealing with emotion. I'm dealing with emotion. I just showed you proof. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? He said I'm dealing with emotion, but I just showed you proof. You just said Errol Spence is not a clear A side, but I just showed you proof. Even if, let's say, Errol Spence did 250,000 without the illegal streams, that is still way more. Let me show you something. Let's go to the videotape. See, this is what I'm telling you. Quit while you're ahead, brother. Go ahead and quit. Tap out. Tap out. 250K pay-per-views times same price equals 18.7. That means he did 7 million more gross revenue than Terence Crawford did. And you just said, by your definition, 7 million is a lot of money. See, I do this. 18.7 million. See that? So I do this. This is what I do. That don't work here. So you just said yeah, 7 million to 250 pay-per-views is a stretch. No, it's not a stretch. It's people don't want to pay. What are you talking about? This is simple mathematics. It's not hard to understand. People don't want to pay. Period. Okay, let me give you another one. Kendra Freeman. See, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. I don't understand. Y'all dislike a man you never even, probably 9 times out of 10 never even met, don't know nothing about, but you dislike these people so much that you'll say stuff that don't even make sense. So Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did 850,000 pay-per-views, but they found 20 or close to 20 million streams that they had to shut down worldwide. You're talking about worldwide. Do you know how many people worldwide find ways to be able to watch stuff for free per household? It could be 3 different people in the same household looking on 3 different streams. I don't understand. What's wrong? So that's a stretch. So you're talking about Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather are global superstars. And the biggest number Floyd Mayweather came up with globally. Let me show you something. I'm gonna give you some information. Maybe y'all just don't put stuff together. But let me help you out. Since the brother said, "Oh, the streams, this has been happening before Floyd Mayweather and after Floyd Mayweather." Cool. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Now watch this now. Floyd Mayweather's biggest pay-per-view, he's never even reached 3 million people. 3 million pay-per-view homes, right? Now watch this now. Watch this now. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. In Las Vegas alone, watch this now. Floyd Mayweather has never reached 3 million pay-per-view buys in the home, right? You agree he's a global superstar, right? Watch this now. Do you guys agree Floyd Mayweather is a global superstar? Global, right? He's worldwide known, right? Yeah, Ruben Ramirez. This is what I do. See, I gotta help people think. It's amazing to me. Because they so steadfast on just wanting to see Errol Spence not be, they want to knock Errol Spence peg down, right? That they don't even use and think, right? Okay, we can all agree that Floyd Mayweather is a global superstar, right? Global superstar, right? Cool. Has he ever, now we all agree that. Has Floyd Mayweather ever touched 3 million pay-per-view homes? I just bought dinner for my family and it costs over $100, right? Have you ever seen Floyd Mayweather do 3 million pay-per-view homes? Yes or no? Watch this now. He's never done 3 million homes, right? Watch this now. He's never reached that. In Las Vegas alone, as of today, as of 2021 and growing, right? 2.6 is his biggest number, right? Okay. As of 2021, the city of Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, Nevada, not even Nevada as a state, but just Las Vegas, right? Has an estimate of 2.7 million people there. Y'all ain't hear what I just said, huh? That might have went over your head. Las Vegas, the city, not even Nevada in a whole, has 2.7 million people in Las Vegas, the city alone. So, how many states is there in the United States? Now, we just agreed that he's a global superstar. That means outside of the United States. That means Asia. That means that means Russia. That means Europe. That means UK. That means Africa. Global, right? We agree he's global. How many states is there in the United States? How many states is in the United States? 50 states, right? It's actually 52, right? Sam, you said not everyone watches boxing. You see what I'm talking about? They can't think on a high scale. They have a problem. They have a ceiling. So I just asked you, Samuels, is Floyd Mayweather 50 states, right? So is Floyd Mayweather, right, a global superstar? You agreed. It's 52 states. We just agreed that he's a global superstar, and the first thing you say is not everyone watches boxing. You see what I'm talking about? I didn't say everybody watches boxing, but if he's a global superstar, right, globally, and there's 2.7 million people in the city of Las Vegas alone, how could he not reach 3 million pay-per-view buys when he's a global superstar? So isn't it, so since you said that 7 million streams, illegal streams, is a stretch compared to 250K. Okay, so now put 2.6 million, his highest pay-per-views, in one city alone. If you took 500,000 people per city that buy pay-per-view, or let's say 200,000 people per city, 200,000 people out of millions upon people per city, not even state, just city, right? What number do you come up with? 200K, watch this now. That's 10.4 million pay-per-views. If only 200 people in the United States alone, 200,000 people in the United States alone, city to city, bought Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-views, at the very least, he would do 10 million pay-per-views. So if he did only 2.6 million pay-per-views, and he's a global superstar, meaning outside of the United States, shouldn't his pay-per-view numbers, isn't then how many people you think watched it and didn't pay? Go ahead and tell me. So how many people you think watched Floyd Mayweather and didn't pay? And how do we have 850 people and 500 likes? So how many people you thought, if he's a global superstar, how can he be a global superstar if only 2.6 million people viewed him fighting at his highest level? The max he's reached is 2.6 million people to watch him, but yet he's global superstar. Then how many people watched him without paying? Since you said, when I said 7 million people watched it and didn't pay, you said that's a stretch because it's only 250,000 buys. And Errol Spence ain't a global superstar. So if the entire globe knows who Floyd Mayweather is, and everybody, because everywhere he goes, he's a superstar. Everywhere he goes, he's a superstar. He can't go nowhere without people wanting to take pictures and meet him and see him. Kendra Freeman says, so what does that mean? He's a better boxer. You see, this is why I can't have these conversations. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? This is the mindset of boxing fans. You just said, Kendra Freeman, that it was a stretch to say that it was 7 million illegal streams because it was only 250,000 pay-per-view buys. So I just gave you a number on a higher scale, And I just said, what Floyd Mayweather reached only 2.6 million, and he's a global superstar. So how many people you think illegally watch Floyd Mayweather? Since everybody knows who he is, they put eyes on him, right? And that means that everybody watches him, but not everybody paid to watch him. Then you said, so what does that mean? He's a better boxer. You understand what I'm telling y'all? The thought pattern of boxing fans has a ceiling on it. That is amazing to me. That's amazing. Manny Face Publishing, brother in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. I think because the fans see pound for pound one, they think superstar is just means you recognize as the best fighter. Mike Tyson was a bigger draw late in his career, but Lennox Lewis was clearly better star, stays in different than skill set. Facts. Boy, oh boy. She said, so what does that mean? He's a better fighter. Wow. Wow. 18 Wheeler 4C, what's going on? Wow. Only thing I can say is wow. If you just missed what I said, how did you miss entirely what I just said? And just said, oh, so that means he's a better fighter? Did I ever say that? I simply said that Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford is a 50-50 fight. How did you come up with saying, oh, so that means he's better? Amazing. 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 You will go to, that just lets me know, you'll go to any stretch to try to discredit Errol Spence. What are you talking about that he's the better fighter? What are we talking about here? You just said it was a stretch to talk about the numbers. Then you said, so that means he's a better fighter. Wow. King Judah, brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. A lot of these detractors, the LDBC, they are trolling all the channels trying to get y'all from talking boxing. They try to stop the facts y'all speak. This is a fact. King Judah. Salute to my brother King Jr. dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Devon Webster, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Says salute Blue and salute to all these people in the chat who are here every day but go to other platforms and talk down on Blue and the LDBC. No names, but I see. Oh, for sure. I see him too, Devon Webster. It's amazing. They can't help themselves, Devon Webster. You know what happens? You can try all you want to pretend. Ty Baby, peace, blessings, queen. How you doing today? You can Joe 123 Wilson. What's going on? LT, what's going on? Too Stiff Rich. What's going on? You could pretend that you don't see the truth. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Frank from the land. Capadonna 24. What's going on? Mr. Punch Out Boston and MMA. What's going on? See, this is what happens, right? Is that I told you guys, it has nothing to do with, they're not fans of the sport of boxing. They just don't like Errol Spence. They don't like Errol Spence for whatever reason. Just like they don't like Deontay Wilder. Then now all of a sudden nobody likes Tank Davis. They don't like Devin Haney. They ain't going to like Boots Ennis. I promise you. I promise you. This is what happens in a nutshell, people. This goes for us in a whole, right? When you see somebody successful and people are actually, oh man, they're acknowledging them, people don't like that. They don't like it. So what they want to do is knock you down. They don't even know why. Because the resemblance that most people see in the mirror, they ain't happy with. If you ask most people why you don't like Errol Spence, see, they only claim to like Terence Crawford because he's the underdog in this situation, quote unquote. Errol Spence is seen as, oh, Errol Spence is the golden child. See, this is what y'all don't remember. I remember this. People didn't like Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh, Sugar Ray Leonard, he's the golden kid. He can't do no wrong. Sugar Ray Leonard is this and that. That's why people they favorite Tommy Hearns. That's why. Because they wanted to see Tommy Hearns beat Sugar Ray Leonard. That's why. They wanted to see Marvin Hagler beat Sugar Ray Leonard because he was considered the golden child. That's why. Damian Campbell, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. The fact that people asking for a 50-50 split is bogus because Spence has 3/4 the belts. It's a no-brainer who's the A side, unless pound for pound ranks are more valuable than belts. No, and it's a mythical acknowledgement. It's opinionated. Chris Alexander, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Blue teaching that boxing mathematics 101. Keep speaking that knowledge, my brother. Salute to you, great brother. That session just went completely over everybody's head. You know why? You know why it completely went over everybody's head? Because they don't want to see it. MD Rock 40, what's going on? They don't want to see it. Like the brother Tracy talking about, my sources tell me different. I don't care what your sources tell you. Let's eliminate Miss Lacey, peace, bless Queen. How you doing today? Let's eliminate Michael Helton. What's going on? Let's eliminate Salgado Andy. What's going on? Let's eliminate the illegal stream situation. Eliminate it. Without that, he did 250,000. That's 100 more thousand. That's 100 more thousand homes. And if you want to be technical, where you want to be accurate with Terence Crawford numbers, he didn't do 150,000 pay-per-views with Sean Porter. So eliminate the mutual opponent that they have, Sean Porter. And let's just talk about his lowest number at 250K with Terence Crawford's highest number. So Errol Spence's lowest number is 250K. Terence Crawford's highest number is 150K. What kind of conversation are we having right now? And why are you even bringing it up when it's a non-factor? That doesn't even make sense. Why? Because you don't like Errol Spence. Teron Harris said Bud did 190. Okay, let's say he did 190. Last time I checked, 190. What point are you making? Because that's still 60,000 less than Errol Spence's. And that's 190, his highest, with Errol Spence. And then you add, okay, so if you want to put his highest and say it's 190, with a mutual opponent, Errol Spence did 325,000. It's just not close. I don't care how you try to make it, how you try to slice it to try to justify. You can't. With a mutual opponent, Errol Spence did 300 and a quarter, and he did 190. Last time I checked, that's a massive difference. And his lowest number at 250 to his highest number at 190 is still 60,000 less homes. So it don't matter how you slice it. You can compare his lowest number to his highest number, and he's clearly showing you he's still the biggest star. Shawnee Harris, brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. So what point are you trying to make? If you don't win. Shy Focus, what's going on? All you continue to do, Ready, oh, what's going on? Samuels, what's going on? All you continue to do is show that you just don't like Errol Spence. That's all you continue to do. Because you're trying to justify the unjustifiable. You can't justify it. It is what it is. One is a bigger star than the other. Period. I don't care what you try to say. 250,000 don't make you the biggest star. Cool. He may not be Floyd Mayweather, and he may not do Canelo numbers, but he's bigger star than him. Simple. No matter how you try to slice it. Tracy Carter, brother in Super Chat. He said, because Mr. Blueblood, Boston Genius, people watch. Our gatherings, not individually. Blue, be realistic, assuming everyone watching. LOL, dude, come on. Brother, me talking to you is pointless. It's not fruitful. Mark X, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, salute, Blue. Please tell me you've seen the reports on Uga's eye. Yeah, EJ hands must be made out of vibranium. Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, they are, Miss Lacey. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. It's boredom. I don't know how we have 930 people on here and 640 likes. That's 300 people moonlighting. Yeah, Mark X, you can't make this stuff up, man. Pod 374, what's going on, great brother? You just can't make this stuff up, man. Brooklyn Finest, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Rob Montgomery, what's going on? There's 128 million people in Mexico, and Canelo has never even reached 1.5 cents. Hey, Brooklyn Finest, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco. Hey, facts. 128 million people in Mexico alone, and he's never reached 1.5. So is that a stretch? But guess what though? Brooklyn Finest, everybody in Mexico is if they don't watch him. Jalen, peace, blessings, Queen. Drink more water. What's going on? Now, Brooklyn Finest. Like you said, there's 128 million people in Mexico. All of those people know who Canelo Alvarez is. It's safe to say about 75% of those people know who he is, right? So how would they all know who he is if they never watched him? Rob Conway, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, yo, Blue, I want to say I truly appreciate you for everything you do. Last night with Derrick James was an amazing experience. People think it's easy to pick up a camera every day and keep us informed. Yeah, because they don't understand, don't respect the grind. It's easy for people to say, oh, man, yeah, Blue did this, Blue. You know, it's easy to say these things, but they don't understand. I go to sleep when everybody's getting up. I stay up all day, all night. So it's easy, Rob Conway dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. It's easy to say, yeah, you said this, you did this. Attempt it. See it. See if you can do it. Access Accessories 203. What's going on? And see if you can sustain it for years. That's the difference. Anybody could do it for a week or 2 weeks. Do it for years. Curtis Robinson, brother in Super Chat. He said, bro, you keep it real. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. Gary, brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, peace, Blue. People, Errol Spence, because he's associated with the PBC black company, ESPN, done corrupted their minds. Keep grinding, King. Man, it's amazing. The Quincy Alexander, what's going on? It's amazing to me, man. King Judah, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another Cinco on your boy Blue. He said the fact is that they Spence because some are from Nebraska. The vast majority Spence because he's the most popular in the black community. Period. It's just amazing, man. Child, please, in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Some people just come here to try and prove you wrong, and the rest of us come to be a sponge. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you, man. Wesley DeVos, what's going on? Jackie Winfrey, what's going on? Yeah, what I'm saying is just not hard to understand. So when you say it's a stretch, oh, that's a stretch. Okay. Mike Russian, brother in the super chat. Now, just think about this, right? If he had 40,000 people, I want y'all to think about this. If 40,000 people showed up to Cowboy Stadium, what makes you think he can't touch more than? Let's just look at the population in Texas alone. See, let me show you something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Multitasking, ugly.
Can I keep my dog fed?
There is, as of 2021, there is 29.5 million people in Texas. If he could get 40,000 people in Texas alone, there's almost 30 million people in Texas. 30 million people in Texas. If he could get 40,000 people to show up, what makes you think he can't get more than 250,000 to watch it on TV? I'm going to say it to you again. Maybe you missed it. So let me say it again. If he could have there's 30 million people in Texas alone. If he could get 40,000 people to come and actually physically show up, come out of their comfort zone, go to the fight, pay more money, there is no ticket that you're going to get. Okay, let me show y'all something. The lowest ticket you're going to get is going to be more than $75 that you would pay to watch it from the comfort of your own home. Let me say it to you again. You are not, if he could get 40,000 people to actually physically walk into an arena and people could sit in seats that you could barely see him in the ring and you have to look at the Jumbotron, right? To watch what's going on, and you spend more than $75, what makes you think that he can't get more than 250,000 people out of 30 million people in one state? He was born in New York, so he has the city of New York behind him, okay? I see the super chat. He was born in New York, so the people in New York stand behind him. Then you have Texas, the 30 million. So those two states alone, you mean to tell me if he could get 40,000 people to come out of the comforts of their own home to show up in the arena, you mean to tell me, and everybody there pay more than $75, or at the very least, you pay $75 for your ticket. You think that he can't get you to spend $75 to be at home and watch it on your own conference? Come on, people. Mike Russian, brother in the super chat, dropping that on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, yo, Blue, Spence versus Ugas outsold Spence Garcia, if I remember correctly. No, Spence and Garcia did 315,000 pay-per-views, Mike Russian. Brother dropping that on your boy Blue. So now just take that into consideration and ask yourself this question. If I could get 40,000 people to come out the comforts of their home, out the comforts of their homes, why do you think I can't get more than 250,000 people worldwide to watch me on TV? When there's 30 million people in Texas alone. In Texas alone. King Judah, brother back in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I don't understand how we have 900 people and 750 likes. I just don't get it. He said, yo, Blue, Spence got yet another nickname. They out here calling him Jeepers Creeper because he collected eyes. Yeah, I seen that. Salute to my brother King Judah. Boston News DC, brother in the super chat, dropping that on your boy Blue. He said these people are confused since the fight can go either way. 50-50, they seem to think that business should be 50-50 too. That's not how boxing works. Shaking my head. A side, B side has always been boxing business. This is a fact. And I don't even know how I got on this because it's not even a factor. It doesn't even mean anything. The fight is here. Deontay Mosley, Crawford, what's going on? Tex Rock, what's going on? Naughty Crash, I don't even know how I got here. Pableezy, what's going on? Unapologetic Truth, what's going on? How did I even get on this conversation? Because it's meaningless. It's pointless. The fight is happening. So I don't even know why I'm on this conversation. And Errol Spence don't even care about it, and neither do Terence Crawford. Andre Diaz, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said it should be 50-50 because neither are unified. And it's what both fighters are fighting for. Andre Diaz, Errol Spence is unified. Both have 50-50 chance, and making the fight happen requires 50% of each to make it happen regardless. Andre Diaz, Errol Spence is unified, brother. You said neither one of them are unified. Errol Spence holds 3 belts. He's unified. And that's not how boxing works. Never has. Kendrell, what's going on? Colab, B921, what's going on? Tracy Carter back in the super chat. Blue, everyone knows how you move. Coach Malachi already exposed. Okay, goodbye. Mike Russian, brother back in the super chat. He said, I heard Showtime doesn't release pay-per-view numbers, though. So are the numbers even official? I ain't even going to get. Tip O'Malley, what's going on? Tip Bayless, what's going on? No, that's not 20,000. It's $10. Commando Villaran, what's going on? Undisputed Deuce, what's going on? Daniel Quezito, what's going on? Paul Porter, what's going on? Those the numbers is they're not accurate, but it is what it is. Kendra Freeman, I don't get it. If these are not boxing fans, they Blue fans, then why are you here? Help me understand that. Why would you come here every day to watch me and my fans? We don't speak the truth. And you said my family is my fans. They're not boxing fans, they're Blue fans. So Kendra Freeman, what does that make you? Because you come here every night. And it's on the East Coast, it's 10:40 at night. I don't understand the mindset of people. There's plenty of the channels that you can watch. I don't understand it. These are not boxing fans, they Blue fans. But you come here every day. I'm not wasting my time watching somebody that don't know what they're talking about. And it's just fans just agree with him. What for what? T Bugs, my brother, what's goody with you? I don't understand that. What's going on in your everyday life that you will come here and watch me and my fans speak unrealistics? For what? We ain't talking about boxing. We don't know nothing about boxing. They ain't boxing fans. I don't know nothing about boxing. So why come here and listen to me talk about something that's not realistic? Why don't you just turn on ESPN? I don't get it. I don't get it. Boss fan 037, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, what are we talking about? The split, it doesn't matter to anyone but to the fighters. I'm a big Bud fan, but he's clearly the lesser known of the two. Doesn't make Spence the better fighter. I got Bud by stoppage. This is a fact, boxer fan 037. Heavy duty, what's going on? King Judah, brother in super chat. Not gonna lie, dealing with Bud fans makes me miss many Manny fans. Yeah, man. You can't make this stuff up, boy. On the mic, my brother Terence Bailey Sr. in the building. What's goody with you, Terence? Go subscribe to my brother on the mic, brother Terence Bailey Sr. Yeah, Naughty Crash. I don't know, man. B. Rob Styles, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, who you think should bring in camp? Who you think Errol should bring in camp? Ennis is the closest to Bud, it sounds, but I think it would be smart since they're not fighting each other until 154 anyway. No, that's not gonna happen. Ennis is too. He ain't nobody's sparring partner. He ain't gonna help Errol prepare him for Terence Crawford. That's not gonna happen. He's too established. It's too established, man. And he's not gonna come there to give him looks. Edward Torres, what's going on? And Errol Spence not gonna tip him off either. Peace be Freeman, what's going on? Meaning, when I say that, is this meaning that Errol Spence is not going to give him DC Jazz and boxing. My brother, what's going on? Errol Spence ain't going to go to the thing. It makes sense because of the styles, but no. The length, the arm reach, the style, yeah, but no, that's not going to happen. I understand what you're getting at, B-Rob Styles, but that's not realistic. It's not realistic. King Judah, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Salute to my brother B-Rob Styles, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, I watched some of these pro Bud channels. They have 50 people on the live streams and they come here because they love the show. It don't even make sense to me. Like, bro, what am I? Why? For what? Just you don't know about. Like, you make it a point. Like, listen, to me, the most precious thing I have is time. I'm not wasting it for nobody. Andre Diaz, brother in the super chat, he said, I meant undisputed. Neither are undisputed. Oh, okay. Man, Samusa lifestyle, what's going on? But still, Errol Spence is a 3-belt Ring Magazine holder. And he's doing the bigger numbers. It is what it is. You can't justify it. It is what it is. Period. We're trying to penalize Errol Spence for being a superstar and being a 3-belt holder. No, because you want to favor and give Terence Crawford. No, it don't work that way. That's not how it works. Colin Jones, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, forget the pay-per-view numbers now. Let's get ready to enjoy this fight. Why are they worried about other man's pockets when they got past that? I don't know. I don't get it either. Colin Jones dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. King Judah, brother in the super chat, dropping another Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, they now saying you got talking about boxing after they purposely get you off the fight. They want confusion. Yeah, they just here to cause confusion, King Judah. You're 1,000% right. And they get me going. Salute to my brother Kellen 709, brother in super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said that on Spence, just like that on the Cowboys. Yeah, man. Ken Blackwood, what's going on? Yeah. That's what they say. Spence has an account. Anton Martin, Eugene Aaron III, C Money, Best Stop, Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Trucker Scratch, what's going on? Salute to Kellen 709. You ain't made you. Tell him again, Kellen 709, dropping that half a dump on your boy Blue. It just gets B Rob Styles, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping a cinco on your boy Blue. He said, "Ha ha, yeah, you right. I just want Errol to win, so we gotta do what we gotta do." LOL. Facts. I agree with you, great brother. God's gracious. What's going on? I just want to see the fight. I want to see the best fight in the best. Period. It's just Jorge, Huncho 2-time. What's going on? Tex Rock, Mr. Barrett. What's going on? Stacy Corley. What's going on? Child, please. What's going on? If you think Terence Crawford gonna win, cool. If you think Errol Spence gonna win, cool. But the unrealistic stuff is just outrageous. Joshua Knuckles, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said if they think Bud stopping Errol, I got Errol by decision. Man, I can't wait to see it, man. DC Jazz and Boston, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, great brother. Man, appreciate you. In the zone, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said Errol got Bud over at Snac looking like Bang from Batman. Yeah, he putting that work in, ain't he, in the zone? Salute to my brother in the zone. Curtis Robinson, brother in the super chat, much love to you, brother. Jay Lynn, the queen, back in the super chat, dropping a half a dub on your boy Blue. She said, Blue, correct me if I'm wrong, but what Bud has done in another weight class has nothing to do with Spence at 147, correct? Absolutely. Said Bud moved to a new neighborhood. That's 1,000% correct. And he got to get to know the neighbors. Veronica Perez, what's going on? Big Chief, what's going on? Samar Beverly, what's going on? Just because you was the man in that neighborhood don't make you the man in this neighborhood. You was 1,000% correct. You got to prove yourself. Facts. That's facts. Peace, bless to the queen, Jay Lynn, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. B's brother in super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said EJ got this. I can't wait to see it. Fabian Terry, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, Blue, what's good? New York schedule, man. Sorry I missed that last night, man. But here to the show some love and support. I'm a boxing fan and I like Bud, but right is right. Spence has 3 belts and deserves a larger split. Facts. And the thing is, here's the point, right, Fabian Terry? The point is this, right? It don't even matter right now. It don't even matter. They're going to fight. They're going to fight, and it don't even matter. Like Errol Spence said today, he said it's guaranteed done. It's happening. So it don't even matter. But you come into him, man, Spence ain't no superstar. Spence, he got to do this. And Terence Crawford, man, stop, man. Marcus Moon, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, I got Bud winning a close fight, but honestly, it's nip and tuck. It's going to be one for the ages. I agree. I agree. People just can't appreciate it. Be that bitch. Peace, bless, queen. Not right now. It's just 8. Oh, also 11. Yeah, go ahead. Easy Dinero, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, just showing some love. Keep up the good work and brush off the. Oh, man, for sure. Oh, it don't stick. It don't stick at all. Easy Dinero. I just like to show you that it's a lack of. People just want to see Errol Spence lose, period. They don't know why. They're not fans of the sport of boxing. They want to see Errol Spence lose. Should Errol Spence beat Terence Crawford? Just like I told you with your Dana Sugas. Watch and see how many people have 10,000 excuses or they don't even show up no more. Easier than Errol. I guarantee you. Watch how many people have 10,000 excuses, or they're not even going to show up. They ain't even going to show up suddenly. First of all, you got to take everything out. I told you. You got to take everything out first. Devon Webster, brother, super chat. They said number excuses for Terence Crawford not signing the contract. No, he gonna sign. And it's probably already signed, Devon Webster. It's probably already signed. More than likely, it's already signed. We are outside Hornets, my brother. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, "Who you got in the Tyson fight?" I got Tyson Fury winning the fight. I'm gonna get my final prediction tomorrow. Next Level Rob, what's going on? Rasheed Roth, what's going on? We are Southside Hornets, brother. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. I'm gonna get my final prediction on that tomorrow, and I will be doing the Tyson Fury fight tomorrow. And go to ppv.blkprime.com. Once again, go to ppv.blkprime.com. Once again, people, I don't know how we don't have 1,000 likes right now. How don't we have 1,000 likes right now? What's going on? We should have 1.1K thousand likes right now. Get the likes up. So Errol Spence, DeAndre Carey, what's going on? Errol Spence has confirmed that he stated it's guaranteed to happen. Ms. Joette, we feeling she's feeling better, but not. I'm feeling much better than she is today, but she's feeling better though. Curtis Robinson, brother in the super chat, he said AB got one shot left. Need to throw hands. Blue facts. I agree with you 1,000%. This is it. Euphoria Day. What's going on? This is it. Jamal Neasy, brother in the super chat, he said, I'm a Bud fan. Dropping that Cinco. He said, I'm a Bud fan. He said, Can I hear your breakdown on how you think EJ will win? He's going to have to, Jamal Neasy, Errol Spence is going to have to find his way in the inside, and Errol Spence can't allow himself to be in that no man's land with Terence Crawford. This is a classic fight. This is truly a 50-50 fight, right? Now, I remember what I've told you. Start. So this is truly a 50-50 fight, right? And so with that said, Errol Spence has to get on the inside. He has to use his physicality. He has to work just like he worked with Ugas. But the problem with Jamal Neasy, Errol Spence has to be more disciplined with his defense, okay? He has to be sharper with his defense. He has to be more aware of his defense. He can't be we know Yordenis Ugas is not the puncher that Terence Crawford is, by far. It's not even close, okay? Terence Crawford has knocked out and stopped his last 9 opponents. And if you want to be technical, he stopped 10 out of his last 11 opponents, okay? So with that said, Terence Crawford, we know he has power in both hands. Terence Crawford is savvy. He has a high ring IQ. He's a good athlete. He's very strong. But the thing is for Errol Spence, the key for Errol Spence is his wiry frame. He has to use Terence Crawford's wiry frame against him. He has to work like he likes to do in his wheelhouse, in the inside, breaking Terence Crawford down, getting physical to the body, going combinations, breaking him down, pressing him. He's going to press Terence Crawford physically and mentally like he's never been pressed before. Now, the key is, on the flip side of that is, in those no-man lands area where Errol Spence gets countered, where Errol Spence has those defensive laps, where he's pulling straight back or where he's coming in sometimes undisciplined and gets caught with a 1-2 or a jab, or, like he was getting caught with Ugas. Ugas going to the body, right? He has to tighten those things up, right? Because Terence Crawford is not good at that. He's great at that. Just like Errol Spence is great in the inside, in his wheelhouse, going to the body, throwing hooks, being physical and breaking you down. Well, in that no man's land, as I like to call it, as you pulling out, pause, or as you working your way in, right? You got to be very disciplined with Terence Crawford, because that's where he has his most success. A la Sean Porter. When Sean Porter came in, Terence Crawford catch him with that uppercut. Boom! And dropped him, right? That's that no man's land area where you think, see, what happens is with Terence Crawford, as I'm watching him, right? You have a tendency to fall asleep because his arms are so long, right? His arms are so long and so rangy that what happens with Terence Crawford is that in the beginning of the fight, it takes time. You see a lot of people, they say, Terence Crawford is a slow starter. It's not that Terence Crawford is a slow starter, right? It's that Terence Crawford has to find his range because his arms are so long. And when people get in that area of his, right, he has to find his range. He has to gauge you better. So he's trying to fill you out. Where can I let my hands go? He's computing the stats. Now, what makes this fight so special and so interesting is he don't have time to do that with Errol Spence. He had time to do that a little bit with Sean Porter because Sean Porter's not a big puncher, right? And you could feel eventually Sean Porter was going to make a mistake that Terence Crawford was going to capitalize on, just like Igis Kavalauskas was, right? But remember the fight that I point to is Terence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez Jr. Watch that fight again, right? It took him 12 rounds to gauge the distance, the range, the style of Jose Benavidez, and he wasn't that mobile. You understand what I'm saying? And it took him time to be able to gauge Jose Benavidez and be able to break him down. We should have 1.1K likes. Get the likes up. Smash the like button, people. Let's work. We should have 1.1K likes. Get the likes to 1.1K ASAP. So he has a hard time because of the length and the style and his arm reach, right? So when you get inside, he has to, it's a strategy. He has to figure it out, right? It's a Rubik's Cube with him when you're on the inside. He has to figure out where can I keep you, how many steps back. Terence Crawford ring IQ is it is off the charts. So what Terence Crawford does, you don't see it, right? If you're not studying it, right? What happens is he's gauging how many steps should I take back when he does this. How many steps should I take forward that I'm not cluttering and crowding my own offense, right? Should I just pivot this way? Should I pivot that way? These are little things that Terence Crawford is computing. You may not see it, right? Now, what Errol Spence's advantage to me is that Terence Crawford gets emotional when he's fighting, like Andre Ward said when he's fighting Sean Porter, right? He said Terence Crawford, sometimes when he gets hit and he starts to get roughed up, he throws boxing out the window. He's no longer boxing. He's starting to fight now. He's not boxing. He's fighting now, right? And that's where Errol Spence has his most success, right? And so with that said, he has to. Errol Spence, he gets physical with him. Terence Crawford is going to get emotional, want to get physical back. That's where Errol Spence going to have. That's where Errol Spence going to have his success because Terence Crawford is not. He's not accurate when he's like that. He opens up, right? He's fighting you, right? And that's Terence Crawford's pride. You understand? And his competitive nature. So he's going to fight Errol Spence, right? And that's where Errol Spence has the success. You understand what I'm saying? Because he can't beat Errol Spence at that game. You understand? Like Sean Porter said, Errol Spence wants to beat you at your game. They both have a competitive nature that's off the charts. They both have a competitive nature that's completely off the charts. And they both want to win at your game. They want to prove you wrong. But like Sean Porter said, more so Terence Crawford wants to prove you wrong in his way. Errol Spence wants to prove you wrong in your way. He wants to, he is adamant about proving you wrong in your backyard. Okay? When Terence Crawford like, I'm going to prove that I can beat you, but I'm going to do it where I want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Meet me at the corner of so on and so off, et cetera, where Errol Spence is going to say, no, I'm coming to your backyard. I'm going to do it in your backyard the way you want to do it. You understand? But they essentially, the rubber's going to meet the road. That's what makes this so intriguing, right? So Terence Crawford's jab, when he gauges the distance and he gauges the range and he uses his jab from the southpaw stance and boom, boom, right? It's heavy. The problem is he has a southpaw advantage against a Sean Porter, against the Igis Kavalauskas, against Kell Brook. But when he was in the orthodox stance, he didn't have an advantage, right? So here's where I'm thinking. When he was in the orthodox stance, right, Kell Brook jab was beating him to the punch. Kell Brook had more success with his jab than he had with his jab. He had to switch to get an advantage, right? He had to switch the angle to have an advantage, right? Well, against Errol Spence, Errol Spence is a southpaw naturally. He's a southpaw, right? So Errol Spence eliminates his southpaw advantage. Errol Spence is going to take that away, right? Errol Spence is in the southpaw stance. He's going to eliminate Terence Crawford's southpaw advantage. Now, Is your jab? See, Errol Spence's jab is going to be great in the southpaw stance because that's just who he is. He's not looking for an angle to have success with his jab. He is who he is in the southpaw stance. Terence Crawford has to create an angle to have the advantage, right? So his is manufactured, where Errol Spence is natural, right? Terence Crawford is switching from orthodox. Maybe in the orthodox stance, I have the advantage. Oh, I don't? Okay, let me switch to southpaw. Maybe I have the advantage, right? Where Errol Spence is like, listen, this is who I am in the southpaw stance, right? And this is what I do. He's not having to create angle. So the problem is when people say Terence Crawford can't be slow starting off, like Jerron Ennis, Bozy Ennis said, if he starts off slow, Errol's going to stop him. Why? Because if he starts off slow, trying to compute what he has to do, and Errol Spence is successfully making his way to the inside and getting physical, by the time he's able to get the information, Errol Spence is going to wear him down. Errol Spence is not Igor Kalvelasquez. He's not Kell Brook. He's not Sean Porter, okay? His pace and his rate with his size and his strength and his mentality is completely different than theirs. You understand what I'm saying? So if he starts to break you down, that's starting to have a wear and tear. Okay, it's going to have an effect on you, like Teddy Atlas always says. I always take this from Teddy Atlas, right? It's putting water under the bridge. I always say it's putting money in the bank, right? Teddy Atlas says it's putting water under the bridge. Eventually, it's going to flood you. You understand what I'm saying? You may not realize the tide is rising. The tide is rising. The tide is rising. The tide is rising, and before you know it, you're standing in a puddle. Now it's too late. You can't get the car off the bridge. You understand what I'm saying? Now you gotta walk. You understand what I'm saying? Or you gotta run or whatever. However you so choose to make your way to the other side. You understand what I'm saying? But now it's already flooded. You understand what I'm saying? So, and now Errol Spence is just going to keep piling it on some more. You understand what I'm saying? And when he gets to that point, right, it's tough sledding. It's tough to stop him at that point. It's very tough to stop him at that point. Once he gets going downhill, right, it's almost impossible to stop him at that point. And so that's one, and especially if he's gaining confidence. Terence Crawford can't allow that. He has to stump Lou Hinton, my brother, a pillar of Blue Blood Sports TV. What's good with you, Lou Hinton? He has to stump that confidence if you Terence Crawford. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see who is going to oppose their will and who is going to, who's going to impose their will and who's going to figure out how to offset it. That's what it comes down to. My brother Fabian Terry, brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, facts over feelings over here, man. I can't wait for the fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I remember when Sugar Ray and Hearns got fought. My dad was in heaven. Facts. Give me the fan. I don't know. Oh. Facts. It's a 50-50 fight. We got to appreciate $12. What's going on? We have to appreciate what's in front of us, man. People can't appreciate. They just rather try to downplay this fighter, downplay that fighter. Oh, Errol Spence ain't no superstar. What? So then what are you talking about? How can Errol Spence not be a superstar if this is the biggest fight in boxing? You can't make it be the biggest fight in boxing if Errol Spence ain't a superstar. They both superstars. One is a bigger star than the other, period. Okay? For instance, let me give you an example. Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, right? Dominique Wilkins the superstar that Michael Jordan is? No. But is Dominique Wilkins a superstar? Yes. Is Clyde Drexler the superstar that Michael Jordan is? No. But was Clyde Drexler a superstar? Yes. Is Patrick Ewing the superstar that Shaquille O'Neal is? No. But is Patrick Ewing a superstar? Yes. It just is what it is. King Judah, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Blue, I got Spence by stoppage in the 7th, 8th. Not sure yet. If Bud wins, it will be stoppage in the first 4. What you think? If Bud can win a decision, King Judah. If anybody can win a decision against Errol Spence, it's Terence Crawford. See, that's the thing about this that makes it so special, King Judah. is that they both can do what nobody else can do to one another. There's not many fights that you're going to see go 12 rounds and win a 12-round decision over Errol Spence because of his approach to the sport, his physicality, and the mental and physical pressure Errol Spence puts on you, right? Because of that mental and physical pressure Errol Spence puts on his opponents, it's very difficult to see his opponents win a 12-round decision because of that, right? And when you're talking about Terence Crawford, right, it's very difficult to see an opponent win a 12-round decision over Terence Crawford because his boxing ability is so high. You understand what I'm saying? And so because of that, right, it's hard to see somebody win a decision. But the thing about it is, these two dudes present something that nobody else presents. They can get a decision over one another, but also they can knock out one another, right? But they're the only ones that has the ability to do that to one another. Period. There's no more. So they are the only ones that I can see that offsets one another and has the ability to do that to one another. Long way, baby. Either way, doesn't matter.
On the top one?
Yeah. Good. Now you see cook time?
Yeah.
Push it. Now push 1, 2. Now start. What you saying about this? Ask Quez to go to the store and get some more of these. The supermarket. They have them.
Sushi?
No, that's not open. Oh, tell them by your sister's house. So, yeah, they both have the ability to win against one another in the same manner. Anthony Britt, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, Bud has proven himself in every division that has fought, and I respect Spence, but to act as if people don't constantly try to devalue anything Bud has done is not being honest. Who is trying to devalue what Terence Crawford has done? Nobody's trying to devalue Anthony Britt, what Terence Crawford, Quincy Carter, what's going on, has accomplished, right? But when you're comparing the two, see, this is the problem. Anthony Britt, we have to deal with facts over feelings, and too many people just want to live in fantasy land. They don't want to deal in facts over feelings. And the facts remains is this, right? Is that Terence Crawford has accomplished that, yes. But if you remove Terence Crawford out of that position and insert Errol Spence, does Errol Spence beat everybody that Terence Crawford fought? Yes. So it's not about devaluing or discrediting Terence Crawford's accomplishments. It comes in when you're comparing Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Terence Crawford has fought the better opposition. Monroe Maines, what's going on? It just is what it is. It's not. There's nothing wrong with that. Miss T, Miss T, the queen in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. She said, because you speak facts on certain things, when they talking about Spence, they assume you don't like Bud. Clearly, they don't watch you or your stream the video. Shaking my head. This is a fact, Miss T. And they have selective hearing. That's the problem. It's selective, right? They choose to want to, dismiss everything I'm saying about this or about that. When I'm telling you that, if I'm telling you this, right? If I say to you this, on Errol Spence's resume, he's fought the better opposition. Oh man, you kidding me? Terence Crawford was undisputed at junior welterweight. I'm not discrediting Terence Crawford. I'm just saying the facts is the facts. He fought better opposition. He just did. Until the Sean Porter fight, right? And even Sean Porter, Kell Brook, he already beat both of them by the time Terence Crawford fought them. Leading up into that, right? Comparing the resumes, not taking anything away from Terence Crawford's resume. Victor Postile, he was the boogeyman at junior welterweight. Everybody said Terence Crawford was avoiding Victor Postile. He fought Victor Postile, and he beat Victor Postal. He was the boogeyman there. I defend Terence Crawford's resume, but I call a spade when you're comparing the resumes. That's it. But I deal with factual feelings, and too many people deal in their feelings. They have a hard time dealing with the facts because they have a hard time accepting what they have built up to believe is not realistic. So they take it and they say, oh, well, yeah, you know, oh, you don't like Terence Crawford. You said Errol Smith's resume is better. It is. It is. When you look at the top fighters that Errol Spence has faced, if I tell you that Lamont Peterson, right? Most people don't even think about Lamont Peterson when they talk about the best fighters Errol Spence fought. But if I put Lamont Peterson on Terence Crawford's resume, he's top 5 the best fighters Terence Crawford has ever faced. So that's the problem. That's where the problem lies, Miss T, is that people don't want to deal in facts. They want to deal in feelings, right? Bud has good foot movement, Jalen. Very good foot movement. Very good. Terence Crawford has very good foot movement, very good foot placement. He's always puts himself in position to be successful. Terence Crawford is very good at what he does. That's what makes this fight so special. So let's listen to what Errol Spence, saw the guard brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said Errol is like Thomas from Avengers collecting all the belts, and they trying to make him the super villain. This is a fact. So Errol Spence had this to say about the Terence Crawford fight, right? Because people are talking about, oh, if Errol Spence is not, he's pricing himself out and so on and so forth. It just gets overly, it's unrealistic. You understand what I'm saying? So here's what Errol Spence had to say regarding his Ric Flair. What's going on? Brown Lumber 909. What's going on? This is what Errol Spence had to say. Why? Okay, so listen to what Errol Spence said. The fans want to know if you're going to make this fight happen with Terence Crawford. When is it going to happen? Listen to Errol Spence's response.
I think it's likely. I think it's guaranteed to happen.
It's guaranteed to happen.
But I've been in talks about it before I even fought guys. So
He just said we was already in talks to make the fight happen. Jermaine 419, what's going on? Dontrell Golf, what's going on? Donnie Fives, what's going on? He just said we was already in talks to make this fight happen before I even fought Ugas. I guarantee you it's going to happen. So there you have it. When people are talking about splits And Errol Spence, YTG, bankrolls, TV. What's going on? When people are talking about splits and talking about, oh, it's not going to happen, and Errol Spence is pricing himself out and it needs to be 50-50. Errol Spence just told you they already had an agreement in place before he even fought your Dana Sugas, okay? And that he's guaranteeing that is going to happen next. And watch what he says.
I mean, it's definitely in the works, and I think it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen this year.
He said it's in the works and it's definitely going to happen this year, right? Mr. T King Texas, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said, salute, good brother. You are the true jewel to the boxing world. Man, I appreciate you 1,000%, Mr. T King Texas, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. What happened, baby?
Dad, can I make myself cookies? Because no one didn't make enough.
There's only 4, baby. So you can have one, he can have one, and your mom have 2.
Okay.
Okay? I was gonna go send for them to get more, but there's the
No one
My
said
truck.
there's only for him. I did not see. He said only he's in the house and Robinson has. What?
you have one, he has one, your mother has 2. Okay? Thanks. Slim Reaper, what's going on? Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, I think this fight will be a war. Two game Bulldogs. Ain't nobody dominating nobody. This will be a classic fight. I agree with you, brother. Quincy Carter, I agree with you. Pooter. Box fan 037, brother in the super chat. He said, I can't wait for this fight. It'll keep me awake the night before. Bud fan. I don't Errol. I love boxing. Can't wait. Salute to box fan 037, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Agreed. It's a great fight, man. It's Tommy Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard all the way around again, man. So listen what he said.
So that is, you say, a guarantee that we can look forward to, even though it's not done yet.
So you hear him saying, so that's guaranteed that we can look forward to this fight, even though it's not fully done yet, right?
That big fight sometime before the end of this year between you guys. I think so. I mean, it's not never. I don't see any other fight that's, more appealing to this one. So, for you or for you?
He said there's no other fight appealing to me or to him. King Judah, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Pimp. Huh? No. 1 minute. Tell your mom to call her and tell her to bring the trust so he could go get more. Oh, she's asleep. King Judah, my brother in the super chat, man, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Bud's jab doesn't keep people at bay when Bud is he covers up and allows his opponent to get inside. His counters are few and far in between. But you know something about that, King Judah? Errol Spence does the same thing. Errol Spence does the same thing. When you're offensive against Errol Spence, he goes into a shell. It's a height. They do it differently. Terence Crawford puts his head down and tucks up and covers up and shells up. Errol Spence puts a high guard earmuffs on, but he jumps straight back. But he jumps straight back into a straight line. So they kind of both do the same thing, right? But you know, it is what it is, man. Oh, get the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, pull it out. Move the microwave thing off the pizza box. Off the pizza box. Yeah. Now put straighten out the paper. Don't touch the pan. Yeah. Now no, that's it. That's it. Push cancel. Cancel. Right next to start. Close the oven. Curtis Robinson, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, that's the issue that Errol Spence does too, man. They both hurry. See what's going on, great brother. Broke some problems with the jab. Yeah, I mean, full movie episode. Presidential Mike, what's going on? You know, Nathan Beckham, what's going on? I mean, nobody's perfect in the sport of boxing. Nobody. Who's perfect? Nobody. Nobody. Big Boy 100, what's going on? Nobody's perfect in the sport of boxing. Errol Spence ain't perfect. Terence Crawford ain't perfect. Neither one of them are perfect. Jermaine 419, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, if Crawford Spence does fight in September, do you think Canelo Triple G 3 September fight affects Spence Crawford pay-per-view number? That's a good question. No, I don't think so. They're gonna fight 2 weeks apart. No, I don't think so. They'll fight on the 7th. They'll fight on the 17th. So it's about 10 days. That's 10 days apart. You know, it could play a part, you know, but that's the anniversary, right? Of April 16th, 1981. September 16th, 1981. You had Tommy Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard, first fight for Undisputed. September 16th. That's the anniversary. It's the 42nd anniversary to that fight, right? That was one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing. Tommy Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Historically, that was one of the biggest fights historically. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns, right? In the welterweight division for Undisputed. Imagine having Terence Crawford, Errol Spence for Undisputed in the welterweight division 40 years later, and now four belts on the line. So you factor in 2 more belts, okay, 40 years later, in the glamour division, 2 undefeated fighters, right? When Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fought, Manny Pacquiao was already knocked out 3 times. He already had multiple losses on his resume. Both guys was in advanced age and stages of their careers. So it was the biggest fight in the sport of boxing history, because people thought that Manny Pacquiao was the guy. His style, his size, his approach, his athletic ability was finally going to be the guy to offset and beat Floyd Mayweather. That's why that fight was so big, is because people was paying to see Floyd Mayweather lose. Okay. It had nothing to do with the competitive nature. It just thought this is the guy, right? And so if Floyd Mayweather, it became a situation where everybody was just trying to fight and find a guy to beat Floyd Mayweather. That's what it became about. Is this the guy to beat Floyd Mayweather? Is that the guy to beat Floyd Mayweather, right? And so with that said, you know, this situation with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is completely different. They're both in their absolute prime. They're both undefeated. It's 4 undisputed. They're both superstars in the sport of boxing. They're top 3 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, right? It is massive. It's massive, right? Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, that was massive, right? So on that anniversary date, that Friday, the weigh-in between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, imagine that's 42 days, I believe, 42 years, 2022 to 81. No, 41 years, right? 41 years ago, right? You had Sugar Ray Leonard, the 41-year mark anniversary of Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, right? Now, imagine at the weigh-in, you got Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard presenting Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and the promotion that does, and the attention that does, and I'm giving away a lot of game here, but imagine you factor in both, right? Imagine the highlights. You got Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, right, on the big screen before you call them out on the stage to take the weigh-in, because it's the Friday before, right, the April 16th. And on the big screen, you got Tommy Hearns and you got Sugar Ray Leonard fighting, and they being introduced and they weigh in on the screen. And Errol Spence hasn't come out yet. Terence Crawford hasn't come out yet, right? And then you show the weigh-in for Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, and then suddenly you have Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard facing off at the scales, right? And then they introduce Terence. One introduced Terence Crawford, the other one introduced Errol Spence Jr., right? And then you're showing the highlights of Errol. It's just enormous. It's just enormous for a fight that's already big. I'm giving away a lot of game, and I'm sure a lot of suddenly you'll see a lot of things that I'm telling you about. Punish Run 412, what's going on? Presented in this build up. Larry Lacey, what's going on? But just imagine that. Imagine what that does. You get to promote Errol Spence. You get to promote Terence Crawford as the Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. 41 years ago today, you got the big screen. You got them going at it. Oh man, come on, man. It can't miss. See, again, they both in their prime. They both undefeated. It's truly a 50-50 fight. And the mass majority of the people, I would say 80% of the people felt like Floyd Mayweather was going to beat Manny Pacquiao because you already saw it before. It was just 20% hope that Manny Pacquiao could pull it out. 20% of people was hoping that he could be the one to offset. It would be huge to see Floyd Mayweather actually lose to Manny Pacquiao, to lose a fight in general, because he put so much emphasis on the O. But Manny Pacquiao was knocked out by Marquez. He was knocked out by two guys you never even heard of. He had a draws on his resume. He lost to Eric Morales being outboxed badly. Timothy Bradley fight, I thought he won all those fights. But he had, it was shocking to see Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao? No. It wasn't surprising at all. It wasn't surprising at all to see Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao. But this is a treat, because if Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, forget about it. And vice versa. Errol Spence beats Terence Crawford, I told you so. See, you got what you was looking for, right? And in reverse, Terence Crawford beats Errol Spence. See, I told you he was avoiding him. I told you he didn't want, it's a shocker, because you don't know nobody truly knows and understands what's at stake. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the outcome going to be. The one and only 14 brother in the super chat dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, what do you mean by the title? Spence said is guaranteed done for real. I just played it for you, the one and only 14. I don't know. I think the stream is a little bit behind because I have to stop the chat in order to respond. So, but Errol Spence, I just played it for you. Errol Spence just said he guaranteed. He said that they was already working on it. They was already making it. They was already negotiating it before he even fought Ugas, the one and only 14. He said he guaranteed it's going to happen. He said that's the only fight he wants. That's the only fight Terence Crawford wants. He stated that he was already negotiating it before Ugas, and he guarantees before it's going to happen sooner rather than later. This year ain't going to come. We ain't getting to next year without this fight happening. And so another thing is I was going to get to is he was asked about what did PBC Premier Box Champion founder and advisor Al Heyman, what did Al Heyman think about this, right? What was Al Heyman's thought pattern about this entire situation? You take two, you give her two. Give it a little more time though. Like 4 or 5 more minutes. Oh, that's even better. Just take your two, give your sister two, and I'll make hers tomorrow. So, what was I just saying? So he was asked about Al Heyman and if Al Heyman is going to be on board with this, and what's the thought pattern going into that for that? And he said that that's not a worry. He said he already told Al Heyman, he already told Tom Brown. They already on board. They already know what he want. He explained to them what he want. They already know, and it's not a thing anymore. That's why I'm saying when people are talking about the splits and the roadblocks and he ain't a superstar no more and all of this, it's null and void. It doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, this is what happens, is that they both want it. They're both going to make it happen, right? So regardless if you're trying to tell me that Errol Spence ain't a superstar, okay, his $250K, well, it's still more than everybody else's outside of Canelo Alvarez. So what difference does it make? And the heavyweight division don't count. Because as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. So it really doesn't even count about the heavyweight division. They don't count. That's why they're not on the pound for pound list. They're not supposed to be on nobody's pound for pound list, right? Because as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. You understand? The king of the heavyweight division, ain't nobody beat the heavyweight. So it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you're a special fighter, you know, like Andre Ward, I thought he had the ability to beat a heavyweight, the right heavyweight. You understand what I'm saying? So with that said, you know, it's going to happen. So regardless if he's a superstar in your eyes or not, oh, he did 250,000 pay-per-views. He's not a bigger star than Terence Crawford. 100,000 more pay-per-views is a lot. And so if he's the A-side, he's the A-side. But what difference does it make if at the end of the day, guess what? They're going to fight each other. They want to fight each other. So let's say he beats Terence Crawford. Is he a superstar now? So let me ask you this question, right? Errol Spence fights Terence Crawford. He beats Terence Crawford. Let's say it does 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Does that mean they're not superstars? Because this is clearly the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. So does that mean that they're not superstars? Now ask yourself that question because you put yourself in that box. So you say he's not a superstar. So Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight, and let's say they only do 400,000 or 450,000 pay-per-view buys. Does that mean this not a big fight? Does it mean that they're not superstars? Or suddenly you're going to start talking about, oh, well, how many people watched the fight and didn't pay for it and this, and this. Now suddenly that's going to be a thing. Suddenly that'll be a thing. I'm just trying to tell you, man. Jamal Neezy, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, appreciate the breakdown. Real animated explanation. I'm a subscriber. I'm going to enjoy your explanations when EJ lose. No problem. You should be a fan of the sport of boxing, Jamal Neezy, not being a fan of seeing Errol Spence lose. Because rest assured, I'm 1,000% positive Errol Spence wins. I won't see you again. So it's better to be a fan of the sport of boxing than trying to prove somebody wrong. Let me ask you a question, Jamal Neezy. What do you get out of trying to prove me wrong? That makes you sleep better at night? Oh, Blue is wrong. Now I can go to sleep. What? You're not a fan of this is your ideal of what I say, and when I point out people not being a fan of the sport of boxing. What are you talking about? Appreciate the breakdown, real animated explanation. What's animated about it? When they're fighting, isn't that animated? What are you talking about? Chris Brown 4-5. What's going on? I don't understand people. You should be a fan. Why would you be excited to see Errol Spence lose? You showed me, and you just told me, and you just told these thousands of people, you more excited to see Errol Spence lose than you actually see Terence Crawford win. And that's a shame. And let me say it to you again. You are more excited to see Errol Spence lose than you are to see Terence Crawford win. And you just showed me you're not a fan of Terence Crawford. You're not a fan of the sport of boxing. You are a detractor of Errol Spence. And you should ask yourself, there's something wrong there. There's something seriously wrong there. If you're just enamored with trying to see Errol Spence lose because people say Errol Spence is good, so you just want to see that man lose? If he loses to Terence Crawford, then he lost to Terence Crawford. What are you excited to see? Larry Lacey, what's going on? Can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. You can't make this stuff up. You excited to see Errol Spence lose more than you excited to see Terence Crawford win. You should ask yourself, there's something wrong with that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get two places. Take 2 and 2. Go ahead. Shua Hernandez, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, whatever happened to the dude that would say, love the show, Blue? Oh man, I don't know, brother. My brother Chua Hernandez dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, whatever happened to the dude that would say, love the show, Blue? Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Marcel Vasquez, what's going on? People are it just amazes me. Chua Hernandez, man, people never cease to amaze me, man. Michael Manning, Bobo, what's going on? Mambo, what's going on? Ralph Shelton, what's going on? Dub Hole, Alex Naives, what's going on? Barbara Davis, peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I'm sitting here in awe at your knowledge of the game, little brother. Appreciate you. Oh, Barbara, I appreciate you 1,000%, queen. 1,000%. Huh? What? No, just leave.
Daddy, is this good? Is this good?
Yeah, but baby, you can't leave this here. You're gonna drop it. Okay. This is good, but there's no almond milk.
No, I don't like almond milk.
Yeah, but no, this is not good.
Okay.
Huh? All right. Miss Aisha, peace of blessings, queen. How you feeling there? You think Bud can win a decision against Busy Spence? Yeah. Yeah, he has the boxing ability to do that.
Are these good?
No. Larry Gonzalez, what's going on? Let me see. Brother in the super chat. May 1st. Yeah. Let me see that one. Yeah, they're both good.
Okay.
Larry Gonzalez, brother in super chat. When we get closer to fight day, I got 300 on EJ 100. My brother Keon, everything boxing and sports, brother in the super chat. I mean, in the building, go subscribe to my brother Keon, everything boxing and sports. Ralph Shelton, what's going on? Huh? Use the school ones then. You want that one? The school one?
No.
All right, so. My brother Fred Bar. Oh, Frank. Oh, pardon me, great brother. Wow, man. Yeah. I'm gonna send you the link right now. Oh, Fred, my bad, great brother. My bad, King. Salute to my brother Fred. Barbershop Conversation, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, "Are we still on?" Fred, my fault, great brother. Man, I got caught up in the stream, man. I got caught up talking, man. Let me send you the link, bro. Man, I started talking and man, I got y'all got me all out of whack. I forgot I was supposed to have our friend on, man. Unbelievable, man. Amazing. I forgot I was supposed to have you on, bro. Dudes got me all off track. Jesse White, brother in super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, if it's on 9/17, I think more will tune in to EJ versus Crawford instead of that cherry picker versus the grandpa. Did you go back and watch their face-to-face? Yeah, man. Salute. Yeah, I think so, man. You know, Canelo Alvarez is such a big star, though, that people are gonna they're gonna be interested in it. Oh man, Fred, I forgot, great brother. And I didn't even look at my phone, man. I apologize, bro. If you want to do it, I can set it up for tomorrow afternoon if that's better for you. Or if it's too late for you, man. My apologies, great brother. Sorry, King. I started getting in the groove, man, and completely forgot, man. Dude threw me all off, man. LaJessica Burden, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Checks and balances. My brother Fred, Barbershop Conversations, created another great project, man. Oh, Fred, man, I apologize, bro. I apologize, King. Man, I completely forgot. Man. Completely forgot, man. Sorry about that, bro. I'm so sorry about that, man. Man, I'm sorry about that, bro. man. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, Fred, man. I could set up a whole stream tomorrow afternoon if you want, or something, if that's better for you, man. Amazing, man. Man, I completely forgot, man. Man, so I apologize, Fred, man. Apologize, brother. King Judah, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, yeah, I don't see that, though. I don't see Bud outscoring Spence. I see him possibly catching him with good shots with time and possibly stopping him. It's going to be a great fight, man. Envy to God. What's going on? Hey, Fred, man, I apologize, brother. Man, that's twice, man. I just realized, I just looking and I was supposed to do it earlier this week too, man. Sorry, bro. I'll set up a whole stream for you tomorrow, and we do it tomorrow. So I know it's late, man. Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat, said people are seriously underestimating Bud. He said, just my opinion, majority of people think Errol going to dominate Bud. I disagree. This will be mark my words. I agree, man. It's going to be a great fight. Yo, it's Tony, brother, in the super chat. He said, facts over feelings, gents. Facts. Castro Don said, I lost so bets using my heart. Yep. That's a fact. Cinnamon Savage, Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? Anthony Britt, brother in the super chat. Man, I apologize, Fred, man. Now I feel bad, man. Unbelievable, man. I was supposed to have my brother Fred Barbershop Conversation. Go subscribe to my brother Fred Barbershop Conversations. New movie checks and balances coming out. I got sidetracked, man, talking to this dude. And he threw me off, man. And I forgot I was supposed to have him come on at 11 o'clock, man. Come on, man. Anthony Britt, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, you taking my statement personally. I'm not taking anything personally. I was talking about the statements that are constantly in the comments. I'm not talking about you making comparisons. I'm not taking anything personally. I don't take anything personal. Y'all mistake my passion for emotion. It's not. I love the sport of boxing. This is what I love to do. Finished. You gonna leave that? Give it to your brother. William Old School on deck. What's going on? Prince 2 and Mayor. What's going on? Tim Allen, Nelson Armstrong. What's going on? Unreal, man. Child, please, what's going on? Jafari Caesar, what's going on? Smooth JT, what's going on? Shamari Patterson, what's going on? Darius Gilliard, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, yes, Blue, Errol Spence Jr. wasn't even in top shape when he beat Porter. This is a fact. Zealous Noon, what's going on? This is a fact. Sylvester Simon, 2011, what's going on? Tony J, brother in the super chat, dropping that Dup on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, this will be a violent fight and somebody must get hurt. I can't wait. Agreed, man. Agreed. I can't wait, man. It's going to be epic, man. Jermaine 419, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Jermaine 419, he said, Blue, if both fighters drop each other and the fight ends in a draw, would you be disappointed at boxing fans? If both fights dropped each other, no. If they both drop each other and the fight ends in a draw, yeah, I'm going to be disappointed. Undisputed Deuce Deuce, what's going on? Kane the Bad Guy, Buddy Love, Trey Dub 234, Ralph Shelton, the Ozarker, I Am Turf TV, what's going on? Eric Johnson, Jay Lynn, Chris Brown 45, my brother, Ralph Shelton, what's going on? 1717 Roland Castro, what's going on? Red 937 100, what's going on? Airman 3345, what's going on? Millard, what's going on? Matthew Watkins, what's going on? Blue, you missed a lot of super chats. I did? Nah, did I? Tim Allen, what's going on? Joel Separation, what's going on? What super chats did I miss? Joel Separation, brother in the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Anthony Britt got that. Yost Tony, Quincy Carter. Night, baby, I love you. Yeah. Huh? Okay, kid. No, I got all the super chats, I think. Yeah, if they dropped each other and then draw, I'd be highly disappointed. Man, come on, man. Hey, man, I apologize, my brother Fred Barbershop Conversations. Go to my brother Fred Barbershop Conversations. He's dropping a new movie, Checks and Balances, man. I was supposed to have him on earlier this week and tonight, and I completely forgot, man. Completely forgot. And that ain't cool. So, yo, King, I apologize, man. I apologize, bro. King Judah, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, not saying Spence doesn't have flaws. It's a lot of habits I don't like. Just telling you what I see happen beforehand. That's how I talk boxing. No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying this, right? Is that they all have bad habits, you know, and who it's going to boil down to who is able to erase those bad habits and eliminate them more often than the other, right? So they both have bad habits. They both have, issues. And that's why it makes it so intriguing, right? That the rubber's going to meet the road. It makes it so intriguing because we don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Carlos Dontrell, what's going on? We absolutely don't know. Kevin Peterson, what's going on? Terence Miller, what's going on? Ralph Shelton, what's going on? Alex Naives, my brother, what's going on in Super Chat? He said, you are blowing it now, son. You're blowing it. Sugar Ray Leonard, yes, sir. You're blowing it, son. You're blowing it. Jafari Caesar, my brother in Super Chat, does Omaha have eye doctors asking for? Oh, man. He said, yeah, Quincy Carter, I'm sure Bud is knocking out heavyweights. I am billionaire Batiste, what's going on? Said 214, D-Dub, what's going on? Evan, what's going on? Errol Spence days. Errol Spence knocks out heavyweights. I'm sure Terence Crawford does too. Golden Mask, what's going on? Hulk now, what's going on? The Reggie, what's going on? Miss Aisha, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing tonight? I'm sure Terence Crawford does too, Ray brother. E-Dub, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I appreciate you, great brother. King Judah, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, Blue, you got dudes in the chat friendly bobbing with you like they agree with you, then attack people in the chat who see the fight just like you do. Fake. Yeah, King Judah, we know, man. Listen, King Judah, it's a lot of Christian Gutierrez. What's going on? It's a lot of people that just want to see Errol Spence lose. Trez 313, what's going on? They can't appreciate the fight. They're not going to appreciate the fight. They're not going to appreciate what they saw. You understand? You know how many people King Judah was cheering when they thought Sugar Ray was getting ready to lose to Tommy Hearns? And how many people was like, oh, man. When the referee went, no, the referee stopped it too early. No, man, I can't believe this, man. You understand what I'm saying? Evan, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, we can pick sides, but more importantly, uplifts this fight as it will really help our sport. All that other wait till it's over. Agreed. 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 Agreed 1,000%. I agree, and I agree some more. I agree 1,000%. Appreciate what you're getting ready to see. Appreciate this fight. Appreciate it. King Judah, brother, back in the super chat. He said, I would never go to another man's channel and pretend to agree with you just for attention from him while arguing against his points in his chat. Man, this is a fact. First century Asceni History Channel. What's going on? St. Louis in the building. Salute to St. Louis. Jawan Russell, what's going on? Hey, King Judah, people would agree with me about this, but as soon as it's something that's against who they want to see win or who they love, suddenly, come on, man. People will come when I say I don't see Canelo Alvarez losing. I don't see Canelo Alvarez losing here on out. I think he's gonna run the table, right? I think Canelo Alvarez is gonna run the table, right? But everybody will be here. Yeah, Blue know what he talk about. That dude no boxing. But boy, I tell you, I thought Canelo Alvarez might have struggled in this fight. Look, man, you don't like, you ain't a fan of this. You don't like that, man. Why you don't like, man? Come on, man. Never cease to, it's always. I'm so used to it, it's not even funny. It ain't even funny, bro. Man, come on. LaJessica Burton, peace, blessings, queen. $7. What's going on? Man, come on, man. Today, I tell you, Nolan Rice, what's going on? I think Terence Crawford could beat Canelo. Are you kidding me? Man, you just a Terence Crawford fan, man. All you do is like Terence Crawford. But I think Errol Spence beat Terence Crawford. Oh, man, you don't like Terence Crawford, man. I can't win. Can't win. King Judah, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another cinco on you, boy. I hope Spence is the underdog in this fight. I'll place my first ever bet. Salute to you, great brother. No, he not. Sean Coleman, what's going on? Zainier Presley, what's going on? I'm hearing that, Errol Spence is going to open up as the favorite. Don't know how true that is because I don't know nothing about that. Dirk Chapman, what's going on? Anthony 214, what's going on? Jessica said, I hope that's what happens with Fury and White. Young Locks, what's going on? Jamal Neasy, brother, back in the super chat, dropping a cinco on your boy Blue. I didn't expect to react to my statement like that. I was paying you a compliment and that I'm going to subscribe. I will back if Terence Crawford loses too. I will be back if Terence. Okay, but you said, but this is what I don't understand. Real Field Talk TV, what's going on? All I'm telling you is that my opinion is I think that Errol Spence will win the fight. But what me saying that Errol Spence is the bigger star has to do with you can't wait to see Terence Crawford beat him. That has nothing to do. When it comes down to the sport itself, I said this is a 50-50 fight. I never told you I have Terence Crawford as the best fighter in the world. So I get confused when people say, well, as soon as he beats Errol Spence, I can't wait to see you make excuses or like for what? I have him pegged as the best fighter in the world. So why would it be a super surprise if he was to beat Errol Spence? It's a 50-50 fight. So I get confused when people say stuff like that. Because that just means you're not listening to what I've been telling you to begin with. I think that Terence Crawford's accomplishments put him at pound for pound the best fighter in the world before Errol Spence got to this stage. For him to be uprooted from that position, then I think Errol Spence has to beat him. I happen to think that Errol Spence can beat him. What's wrong with that? Calvin the Great, what's going on? AJ Celeste, what's going on? But because I get people here that come here and they want to tell me that Sammy Curtin, what's going on? They want to make up stuff. William Moscow out there, how you feeling, great brother? 3 the Hardaway, what's going on? But people want to make up stuff, right? Real Field Talk TV, what's going on? And they want to tell you Errol Spence is not a bigger star. Well, yes, he is. Kai, what's going on? SK, what's going on? What does that have to do with the fight itself? He's a bigger star. He deserves a bigger split. Oh, I can't wait till you Errol Spence lose to see what you got to say. What does that have to do with boxing? Nothing. Oh, they're not. They're the same size stars. No, they're not. There's levels. Mob Z, what's going on? Manny Pacquiao is a global superstar. Is Manny Pacquiao the star that Floyd Mayweather is? No. But does that diminish Manny Pacquiao or where Manny Pacquiao is or what Manny Pacquiao does or his superstardom? No. Is Manny Pacquiao as big of a global star as Floyd Mayweather? No. Does Manny Pacquiao hold the pay-per-view records? Nick J, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Nick J, drop the link to your channel in the chat. Please go subscribe to Nick J and Bassiana. So does that make Manny Pacquiao not a superstar? Am I saying Manny Pacquiao is not a superstar? No. But is he the same level with Floyd Mayweather? No. Plain and simple. Is Sugar Ray Leonard a superstar in the sport of boxing? Yes. Is he a bigger superstar than Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Floyd Mayweather? No. Is Tommy Hearns a legend and an icon and a superstar in the sport of boxing? Absolutely. Is he as big a superstar as Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali? No. Is he as big a superstar as Sugar Ray Leonard? No. It is what it is. It don't take away or diminish anybody. And that's where the wires get crossed. Is that people just think, oh, A1 Hoop Zone, my brother Emmanuel H. Go subscribe to my brother A1 Hoop Zone. Miss Joette, what you mean you're going to bed? It's too early for that. Viva Tu Vida, live your life. What's going on? Tomorrow's Saturday. What you mean? I ain't trying to hear that, Miss Joette. James Wagner, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, with these two gladiators, I feel we have a clear winner. Going to be mental, tactical, and exactly. I agree with you, great brother. Salute to my brother James Wagner, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. On the Mission TV, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, through some of boxing, we get Shakur Spanker Valdez next week, then then Charlo fight for Undisputed. Right before Haney can boast for Undisputed 2, all leading up to Spence versus Crawford. Facts. Facts. Agreed. Agreed. Salute to my brother on the Mission TV, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, great brother. Randall 700, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, I'm considering putting some cash on Errol Spence Jr. and Bud. What vendor would you recommend? I don't know nothing about that, great brother. Barry B, what's going on? Randall 700. I'm not well versed in that, man. I don't want to give you no wrong information. T Sky, what's going on? But I'm not well versed in that area. Rel, no, Hassan, what's going on? Trill, what's going on? I'm not well versed in that area, great brother, and I don't want to guide you down the wrong path. Randall 700. Salute to you, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. But you could go to my brother Tay Jones. Go to Pac-Man ATL Tay Jones. Tay Jones, he know all the, he'll tell you he'll direct you the best way to go with that. Randall 700. Tay Jones he's well versed in that. So if you want to know about that, my opinion, I would go to Tay Jones, bro. That's where I would go. Eric Johnson, brother in the super chat. He said, salute Blue, equals success. Keep grinding. I appreciate you 1,000%, great brother. 1,000%, man. Hoodie Smoke, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Slim. He says, slow down, Blue. You got me to South Carolina so far. The winner will be 226 boxes of the winner will be top 26 boxes of all time. What you think? Oh, I agree. I agree 1,000%. 1,000%. It's levels, Nick J. It's levels. Shamar Clark, what's going on? It's levels, and that's the thing. People just don't want a musical 03. What's going on? They don't want to accept that it's levels. It's just different. Self-made. I'm out here feeling what's going on. Yeah, Randall 700, man. Tay Jones, if Tay Jones listening, man, go to Tay Jones, Pac-Man ATL Tay, man. Ask Tay, man. Joseph Bradley, what's going on? Tay can give you, he'll guide you in the right direction. Don't get me, that ain't my lane, bro. That ain't my lane. I don't know. Nothing about that, man. I'll ask somebody and I'll follow their lead. Like my sons, every now and then they'll help me out. But that's it. You know what I mean? Bang Giles, what's going on? Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's going on? So this is a historic fight, right? Yeah, Randall. Yeah, check out Tay Jones, man. Tay, if you in here, go to Tay Jones, man, and ask Tay about that stuff, bro. Yeah, this fight is excellent, man. Elijah Davis, what's going on? This is a historic fight, man. It's a historic event, man. And we just got to appreciate it, man. Fight of the decade, man. This is the last time we had a fight of this magnitude was in 81. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao was more, it was more, how you say it? It was more commercial. Amar, what's going on? Roller in for Doe, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight was a massive fight. DVT game, what's going on? Fred Mann, what's going on? It was Dave Dennis, what's going on? It was a huge fight. It was epic. You know, it broke all the records. The anticipation for that fight was enormous. But again, it was commercialized. John Lindsay, what's going on? Southeast T, what's going on? It was commercialized, right? It was a commercial fight, right? You know, when you look at the actual crowd for the fight, it was the emotion, the energy. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. When you look at the fight, it was huge, but it was commercial. You know, you had people that don't even watch boxing at the fight buying all the tickets. You understand what I'm saying? And look at the energy in the building. It wasn't there because at that point in time, they both exceeded the sport of boxing. You know, it was now, it wasn't the legacy and the competition part of it was gone. It was about, you know, the lucrative side, right? You know, how much of this fight, you know, it was just Christopher Bowman, what's going on? It just wasn't the same. So, and it was more, you know, like I said, 80% of people knew Floyd Mayweather was going to win. The other 20 was just hoping that Manny Pacquiao won. Carla Wall James, what's going on? That's what he told him. Salute to Trey Young. So, you know, for that, you know, you gotta. This fight right here is completely different, man. It's completely different. Chill Henley, what's going on? Todd Shaw, what's going on? Appreciate you, great brother. Floyd made it look easy. See, it was a fight. It was built that. See, everybody got, and that fight was boring, man. You know, Floyd Mayweather did what he was supposed to do. That was on Manny Pacquiao. Everybody expected Manny Pacquiao to do something and to take Floyd out of an element that he wasn't used to, and he couldn't do it. And everybody placed the blame on Floyd Mayweather. Oh, Floyd Mayweather didn't do nothing. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. It was boring. Say Floyd Mayweather, all he did was run. All he did, it wasn't on Floyd Mayweather. It was on Manny Pacquiao. You bought that fight to see Floyd Mayweather lose. Dominic Seabron, what's going on? Period. Hulk now, my brother, what's going on? A1 Hoop Zone, my brother Emmanuel H in the building, the super chat dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute Blue Kings and Queens in the chat. Hey, I'm 704 subs away from 1K. Don't tell me I'm going to have to turn into EJ and start bringing bases to get up to 1K. Yeah, man. So go subscribe to my brother Emmanuel H, A1 Hoop Zone, man. Esther Tariq 203, what's going on? Salute to my brother A1 dropping that half a dub. Yeah, let's get him all the way up, man. Let's get him up to 1K. So, like I said, Styles and Stitches, what's going on? This fight is the biggest fight in 40 years. RC Mall, Small, what's going on? Florida's Mentality, what's going on? This is the biggest fight you've seen in 40 years with this much at stake. When Mike Tyson fought Evander Holyfield, we saw two names in the ring, but the quality of the fight was gone. When Mike Tyson fought Lennox Lewis, you saw the names in there, but the quality of the fight was gone. They built up Canelo. Oh, he's too big, too strong, too young. He gonna beat Floyd Mayweather. He don't beat Floyd Mayweather. Well, he was too green. No, that don't exist in this fight, in this situation. It don't exist. Charles Young, what's going on? Uga says, I know, I saw that. That with this situation doesn't exist. It don't exist. You understand? The best man is going to win. You see Errol Spence back to form, stopping Ugas, and the manner he stopped Yordenis Ugas, that was impressive. That was impressive. Terence Crawford, both of them are at the height of their career. Nobody lost. No, this is they're at their prime now. This is it right here. Right? And both are undefeated, and it's for undisputed. Speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. Jared Hancock, what's going on? Austin Grant, what's going on? T-Bone Boston, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue. I use Bovada and Tay do sometimes. Oh yeah, I have that as well. Man, listen, man. I cleared out space. Chip Game Sports TV. What's going on? Marlon Sills, what's going on? The wife wasn't happy, boy. I cleaned out space. She was like, "Oh no, that don't mean go buy more." Nick J, somebody's old has got to go. Facts. And the best part about it, Nick J, is they both in their prime, both in their apex. Ain't no excuses. None. Keith Marcel, what's going on? Said Blue, do you think Hearns and Hagler really just at that time, the competitive nature was different, man. The competitive nature was different. Crawler Lope, what's going on? Brian Barry, what's going on? Roy Russell, what's going on? The competitive nature back then compared to now is completely different, man. Completely different. Derek going to 16, Deuce, Big G, my brother, what's goody with you? So, at the time of the actual competition, no, they both had a point to prove. They like, nah, man, I'm about to get this dude up out of here, man. You know what I mean? They had a point to prove. And I think it's similar to Errol Spence and Terence Crawford right now. Giovanni Walker, what's going on? Said my sound is real low. I think right now, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is at that point themselves. And the reason I say that is this, right? Is that you listen to what Errol Spence said today. This is what Errol Spence said today. He said, I ain't got no reason. He said, I talked to that dude. We ain't friends. Ain't no reason for me to phone him. Errol Spence said that today. He said, we ain't friends. The fight is already made. Ain't no reason for me to phone him and talk to him about what? Adrenal Rush. What's going on? In a 15-round fight? I don't know. I don't think so, man. I mean, they both built for it. Can they beat them? We got to see them as they grow and progress in their careers. You know what I mean? Jalen Hamilton, what's going on? You understand? So Errol Spence, he said today, he said, listen, he was asked, are you guys, Sean Porter, Terence Crawford was friends. He said, no, I ain't friends with him. He said, ain't no friendship, ain't no relationship. He said, there's no relationship. It's simply about making this fight happen, period. Ain't nothing to phone him up about. For what? It's already made. He said, Al knows what I want. Tom Brown knows what I want. Terence Crawford knows what I want. We know what he want. There's no need to have a conversation. Shawnee D in the super chat, has Roy spoke about Errol Spence Jr.'s fight? Not that I know of. I haven't seen it. Charles Young, what's going on? I haven't seen it. Haven't heard anything. Will Smith, what's going on? Andres Diaz, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue in super chat. Spence couldn't stop Porter. Crawford did. What do you think makes Crawford able to stop fighters in less rounds, i.e. Brook, than Spence will with all the power, but unable to stop Porter nor Brook? First, you have to look at this, right? The level of opponents when they faced them. Sean Porter was a world champion and didn't want to lose what he had. Sean Porter, he told the world, he told you, PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Sean Porter told you, right? He didn't want to box anymore after Errol Spence. He had all plans to retire. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? After Errol Spence fight. Then he said he started to focus and looked at, I could actually fight, Terence Crawford. I focused on Terence Crawford. But he told you, Sean Porter, my father was telling me that, I should do this and I should do that. And for the first time in my career, I was uncommittal. If he told me to do 100 burpees, I told him I was good with doing 50. He was already semi-retired, right? Kell Brook, when Errol Spence fought Kell Brook, right? Kell Brook was still a champion. He fought Kell Brook in the UK with 60,000 fans there for his first title opportunity. You have to look at the stages and when they was fighting, okay? Kell Brook, yes, he came off the injury to Gennady Golovkin, but his confidence was high. Without that injury, he was winning the fight against Gennady Golovkin, right? The injury prevented him from possibly beating Gennady. Now, we don't know what the outcome would have been had he not suffered the injury, right? But he was the first one to give Gennady Golovkin all types of problems and fits, okay? And so now you look at this, right? Errol Spence fights him. That's his first title opportunity in the UK, okay, in front of 40,000 fans, okay? And Errol Spence does what? Break his orbital bone in the 11th round, takes the belt. Terence Crawford fights Kell Brook. He fights Kell Brook 3.5 years removed from fighting at welterweight. He didn't fight in welterweight in 3.5 years. He didn't have a significant fight since the Errol Spence fight. And he fought Terence Crawford in America, okay, with nobody in attendance. With nobody in attendance. Okay? Now, you look at this, right? And Kell Brook was having success with his jab. The different fighters. Now, you look at this as well, right? I see somebody said don't discredit his TKO over Sean Porter. Errol Spence dropped Sean Porter in the 10th round, just like Errol Spence did. They both dropped Sean Porter in the 10th round. Sean Porter, some people had Sean Porter up on the cards against Terence Crawford. Some people had Sean Porter up on the cards against Errol Spence. The difference is Errol Spence clearly won the 11th and 12th round. Dropped Sean Porter in the 10th round. Okay? Sean Porter wasn't knocked out. Sean Porter told you I was more hurt when Errol Spence hit me and knocked me down than I was with Terence Crawford. And he told you that Terence Crawford was a bigger puncher. Kenny Porter said that he already predetermined that he was going to stop the fight because Sean Porter wasn't committed and he wasn't going to allow his son to possibly get hurt. Sean Porter wasn't hurt. He pounded the pavement. He got up. He was conscious. He wasn't knocked out. He wasn't wobbling all over the place. Kenny Porter got on the apron, waved the white towel, and Sean Porter was visibly upset when he got on the apron and waved the towel. Please stop. Yes, he dropped him twice, right? Errol Spence had an opportunity to connect and reconnect. He recovered. Which punch was bigger? Look at the punches, okay? His whole face and whole head turned this way, like this, when Errol Spence hit him. When Terence Crawford hit him, right? He caught him, boom, and he dropped. And he was looking at him when he fell. When Errol Spence hit him, his eyes was rolling, his head was turned. Like, come on, people, let's be realistic. And then at the end of the day, Kenny said he saw enough. So Kenny waved the. If that's the case, Kenny could have did that as well in the Errol Spence fight. He chose not to. What are you doing?
Nothing, I'm just putting it in because I didn't know my wrapper for this.
Oh. So I mean, it is what it is. And anyway, that don't secure either one of them a victory. Means nothing. Look at the way Manny Pacquiao beat Ricky Hatton and Miguel Cotto. And then Floyd Mayweather struggled with Miguel Cotto, and he took him 10 rounds to knock out Ricky Hatton. But when they fought, did it make a difference? No, it didn't. So what difference does it make? Austin Grant, brother, back in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Before the accident, I think Bud could have beat Errol because he wasn't focused. Now I don't know. Errol looks like the man who wanted a world title back in the Kell Brook days. I got Spence, hashtag man down. Agreed. T-Bone boxing, brother. And on top of that, Terence Crawford is not as effective being versatile, switching and orthodox and southpaw like he used to be. T-Bone boxing, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue. He said not the cologne bravado, the betting. T-Bone, you see my mind is always on. You see, T-Bone, you see what I'm saying? B-Way, what's going on? You see where you had my mind at? T-Bone, he said not the cologne. You see where my mind was at, T-Bone? Dropping that half a dub. He said not the cologne, the sight. Hey, man. Bro, you see where my mind was, T-Bone. Kenneth Wallace, what's going on, great brother? Chill Henley, brother, in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. He said this is going to be the best. What do you say? This is going to be the best in this new era. I believe Errol Spence Jr. going to beat him up, make him uncomfortable. Team Spence over here. Salute to you, great brother. See, my thing is this, right? When I look at it and I view it, and I look at the last couple of fights, Terence Crawford was not. And not that he's supposed to be. I'm not saying Terence is supposed to be comfortable, but when Sean Porter was pressing him, right? I see this things and I see this things. When Sean Porter was pressing him, right? And Sean Porter was, aggressive with him on the inside. He was very, very visibly uncomfortable. And Sean Porter was getting the best of him there. And when he was in there with Igis Kavalauskas, and see, this is what people just fail to realize and understand. When he was in there, Igis Kavalauskas, he was uncomfortable in the situation with Igis Kavalauskas as well. Okay, and now people are gonna say, this is what people say. Yeah, well, he knocked out Igis Kavalauskas. He knocked out Sean Porter. Yes, he did knock him out. That was the end results. But you have to factor in Errol Spence is a better fight. Nucky Gamble, what's going on? He's a better fighter. D21519, what's going on? He's a better fighter than those fighters are. Than Igor Kavalauskas and Sean Porter. So now, is he going to be able to, Errol Spence can sustain that. And his body attack, he's bigger, stronger than Igor Kavalauskas. He's more technically sound than Sean Porter. He has more power than Sean Porter. Okay? He can sustain this. You understand? It's a difference where they couldn't sustain it. They succumbed to his skill set. He's just better than them. He's more talented than them. So his talent, superseded, them. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So eventually his talent took over. He's a better fighter than Sean Porter. He's a better fighter than Igor Kavalauskas. So regardless of the troubles he was having, his talent, his ring IQ, his skill set took over. His talent and Terence Crawford's talent, Errol Spence's talent is on an equal playing field. So now when you're in those positions and you're uncomfortable and he can sustain it, what do you do then? Because just like you make adjustments, he can make adjustments. You understand what I'm saying? Just like you have power, he has power. So now it's on an equal playing field. So salute to Shen Hanley, brother, in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, brother. So that's all I'm saying. Paul Porter, brother, in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, what would be your dream hypothetical undercard for Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford? Very easy. Keith Thurman, Jerron Boots Ennis as the co-main event. I would like to see Keith Thurman, Boots Ennis as the co-main event. I would like to see what's his name? Isaac Cruz versus Frank Martin. I would like to see Regis Prograis versus Gary Antoine Russell. Regis Prograis versus Gary Antoine Russell. Right? And then I would like to see Brandon Lee versus a respectable 140-pounder. Regis Prograis versus Gary Anton Russell. Isaac Cruz versus Frank Martin. Boots Ennis versus Keith Thurman. And somebody from Brandon Lee, man. Who's at 140 for Brandon Lee, man? Who's at 140? That's on the PBC side. Grow High said that's a lot for. Yeah, well, we talking about. It's not. You look at what the card we just had. Richardson Hitchens at 140. Is he? Is he? Richardson Hitchens is at Sabril Matias, right? No, Sabril Matias would be good because Bobo, what's going on? Tony Harrison at 154. Brandon Lee at 140. Brian Norman, yeah, I like that. Richardson Hitchens and Brandon Lee, that's a good fight. Richardson Hitchens versus Brandon Lee. I like that fight. Richardson Hitchens versus Brandon Lee. Isaac Cruz versus Frank Martin. Boots Ennis versus Keith Thurman. And Gary Anton Russell versus Regis Prograis. Great undercard. Andre Diaz, brother, in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, Spence going the distance with Brook and Porter with all that power, and Crawford putting them both out in the 4th and the 6th and the 10th while being elusive suggests with Crawford not gonna be like Ugish. Okay. I mean, you can say what you want. This and Mo, what's going on? the facts remain is that Sean Porter has been in the ring with all of them, and Sean Porter said, let it be known that Errol Spence is a harder puncher than Terence Crawford. So you can say what you want and think what you want. It is what it is. Again, like I told you, Kell Brook was a shell of himself that hadn't fought at that weight class in 3.5 years. Okay, that came down from 154 to 147 and had no high-profile fights. Sean Porter told you that, I mean, it is what it is. They both got dropped. They both dropped Sean Porter in the 10th round. So, I mean, he dropped Sean Porter one more time than Errol Spence, and Kenny said he saw enough. Look at the last knockdown. Edwin Guzman, what's going on? You look at the last knockdown. Was he just putting it on him and he dropped? What, did he just hit Sean Porter clean? Boom, boom. There's people that even questioning Andre Diaz dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. There's people that even questioning, did Sean Porter even get hit when he dropped the last time? So, I mean, come on, man. Dram Man 2, what's going on? But, I mean, man, Christopher Bowen, what's going on? Christopher Bowen, he also said, you said, well, Brooke was the one that said, I'm in the best condition of my life. Right. But he's also the one that said the only reason he lost to Errol Spence is because he couldn't make 147, and he was asking Errol Spence for a while to come to 154. You a big guy, you can make 154. I can't do 147. That was 3.5 years earlier. He said, I couldn't. The only reason I lost to Errol Spence because I can't make 147. I struggled to make the weight. I couldn't make the weight. So now you tell me 3.5 years removed from that weight, moving up to 154, coming back down. Now he's suddenly comfortable. I mean, come on, man. It gets harder to lose weight the older you get. That's just simple mathematics. There you have it. He's the one that also said that. Yeah, that's what he said. I can't. The reason I lost to Errol Spence is because I can't make 147. I was struggling to make one. I'm too big for that weight. Now 3.5 years later, he comes back down and fights at the weight, and now we want to overly credit it. Man, come on, man. Big Guy Body 7, what's going on? Is Errol paying me? Yeah, just like you. Jay Jackson, what's going on? Alex Burnham, what's going on? DJ Ghost, my brother, what's goody with your Ghost? Salute to my brother DJ Ghost, man. Go subscribe to my brother DJ Ghost. What's goody with your Ghost? I mean, people just say this. Is Errol paying me? What thing did I just say that didn't that wasn't true? Eye of the Tiger, what's going on? Rest Boy, what's going on? I don't get it. What did I just say that you just said? Oh man, Errol got to be paying him. Kell Brooks said that, did he not? Just talking about Justo Chavez. What's going on? Because I appreciate you, Ghost. Because you don't know the history and you don't do your research. This is what I do every single day. This is all I do. So because you as a fan, all you know is what you know, right? And you ask me, and then I tell you about it. Oh, he must be paying you. Why? Because I know the facts you don't. Cam Estrada, what's going on? This doesn't make sense, man. Eric Johnson, brother super chat. Whoever makes the first mistake loses. I can see that. Renell Bradshaw, ABM Mall, what's going on? Tell me something I said instead of talking about him paying me, right? Won't you tell me something I said that wasn't true? Dominic Sebron, what's going on? Tell me something I said wasn't true. Kell Brook, did Kell Brook say that? Was Kell Brook 3.5 years removed? That's the truth. What are you talking about? Hamilton still won. What's going on? The truth is, Kell Brooks said, I can't make 147. That's the reason why Errol Spence beat me. He can't beat me. He asked him over and over and over every interview he did until the point where Errol Spence said, man, Kell Brook, leave me alone, bro. You forgot about that? I didn't. You forgot Errol Spence said, man, somebody tell this dude Kell Brook to leave me alone, man. Oh, you forgot that happened. He said, what's wrong with this dude, man? It's over. You lost. Kell Brook kept telling him, I only lost because I had to come down to 47. I couldn't make the weight. I was weight drained. I couldn't do it. I had to go back up. He needed to fight me, rematch me at 154. I gave him the opportunity. Rematch me at 154. This is Kell Brook. Every interview he did, he was talking about Errol Spence need to rematch me at 154, to the point where Errol Spence said, hey, man, somebody tell this dude to leave me alone, bro. That happened. That's a thing. That's real. And then we get the Terence Crawford fight 3.5 years later, and now suddenly, well, look, he beat Terence Crawford. He beat Kell Brook easier than, I mean, whatever, man. TR, what's going on? I'm always neutral. I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't want to hear the truth, don't ask. Go watch somewhere else. What you want me to tell you? If you come here, TR, and you try to tell me that they fought the same, that was the same Kell Brook that Errol Spence fought, you're making up a story. Period. If anybody come here and try to say, Texas Bubba 6 TV, what's going on, that the Kell Brook that Errol Spence fought was the same Kell Brook that Terence Crawford fought, then you're not being realistic and you're not being truthful. Period. It just is what it is. Chill Henley, brother, in the super chat, once again dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Everyone that EJ fought, he was proving points to the people, fans. That said, he couldn't fight different styles, no cap. Right, the people that said he couldn't fight, right. And Sean Porter just said that. So it's funny. Nicole Burch, what's going on? Zainier Presley, what's going on? Ligero Passato Boston, what's going on? It's funny, right? Andre Diaz, what's going on? It's funny when Sean Porter says he thinks Terence Crawford is going to win the fight. Sean Porter is right about everything he's saying. But when Sean Porter says that Errol Spence hit harder, then Sean Porter don't know what he's talking about. You can't make this up. Riptide, what's going on? You just can't. You can't. People it has never ceased to amaze me. You know, when Sean Porter said Errol Spence hits harder, and when Sean Porter said, well, he beat, the problem with Errol Spence is he wants to prove that he could beat you at your game, and Terence Crawford just wants to beat you at overall, right? Or Sean Porter don't know what he's talking about. I mean, come on, man. Mario Johnson, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said timing and condition is everything in the showdown, bro. Crawford has joined Snac because when it's all said and done, Errol Spence is known to dog his opponents from opening bell to the end. Agreed. Agreed. And with that said, let me get on out of here. Mario Johnson, I appreciate you dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you 1,000%. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Jay Leandre, what's going on? You know, I said this before. It don't matter what version of Kell Brook it is, because I think Terence Crawford beats Kell Brook any version of Kell Brook. But the facts is this. I'm just saying that version wasn't the version that Errol Spence fought. I said this numerous of times. I think that Terence Crawford, but this conveniently gets dismissed. I picked Terence Crawford to win both the fights, and I said that he would have beat Kell Brook at his prime, and I think he would have beat Sean Porter at his best. Period. It's styles make fights. But am I going to tell you the truth about the actual fight? Yes. Maya Egypt, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Michael Martinez, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, what's up from Gleason's Gym, Brooklyn. Spence originally from New York City. Yes, he is. Born and raised here. Well, born here. He wasn't raised here. Yes, he is, Michael Martinez. And salute to Gleason's Gym, man. Bro Kuza, what's going on? I got to make my way out there. Gary Barksdale, what's going on? I got to make my way back out there, man. But let me get on out of here. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Michael Martinez, appreciate you dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue, man. Appreciate you 1,000%. Let me get on out of here, man. Nolan Rice, what's going on? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Alan Mattis, what's going on, great brother? Peace.